Move. Get your butt over there. No. Baby, it was so good to love me. I know you leave me once again. Yo, what's up? What y'all got going on? I see my friend on here, Regardless Collection. What's up? What's going on? What it do? What's up, Tommy? What's up, Tank? What's up, JR? What's up, K David 3105? Follow Senior. What's up? Tank, what's up? What's good? What y'all got going on? Man, yeah, I'm tired, man. I've been up since like 3 o'clock this morning. I'm like, I'm drained. Regardless Collection, what's up, my guy? What's happening? How y'all day going so far? Man, I'm freaking wasted. I said I'm gonna take a little time out to talk to you guys before I gotta get back up 2-3 in the morning. So it's kind of hard running this damn truck on low energy, but it's all good. Say you working? All right, that what's up? Gotta find some work around here. Now you're gonna be outside. Shit, for real. Gotta find some work. Gonna be outside for sure. I hope everybody had a very good day today. You know what I'm saying? Finding their remedy, doing their research. Hope y'all continue to read, learn more knowledge that you can day by day. Research. Do not take anybody content and just run with it. Do your own research, and that's the truth. I won't want nobody to sit down and take what I say. I'm just saying, you know, if I say something, for sure it had worked for me. You know, I always preach that. So I'm not on here trying to sugarcoat anything, sell nobody no false hopes, because everybody's situation is totally different. So one thing about me, I'm gonna keep it authentic. I'm gonna keep it real, keep it honest. So, but I love coming on here speaking to you guys, and you know, I always have to put my disclaimer, so I don't have to worry about the TikTok police putting me in jail. So I try to keep it funky, simple, and sweet. Oh yeah, you already know it. So, you know, but it's a lot of content creators on here selling false hopes. So I'm not that guy. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. You ask me a question, if I don't know it, trust and believe, I will try to find a remedy for you. But I know in line to what I got going on is totally different from what everybody else. You say you need help. What you need help with? What you need help with, V? Y'all gotta understand, when I tell y'all I'm very, very, very busy. I'm a very busy guy. Like I said, I come on here and speak when I have time to, but throughout the weekdays, my schedule is kind of like very, very tight. I don't be meeting no hun to, you know, like sometimes I be getting DM, people asking me certain questions. I get to you when I get a chance to, but I'm very, very busy. I'm running a whole trucking company, so I'm like, they said, hey, can you tell us more about that Barclays letter? I don't know who you are. I cannot be telling you that. She said, I missed it. Yeah, you missed my last 3 lives with very, very informative information. Yes, I was at the car dealership. If you missed that one, it was some very, very good detail what was going on at the dealership. That I talked to a finance manager, and also the GM wanted to talk to me personally, but he couldn't do it at the time because there's a lot of people around that he did not want people to understand what information I was trying to hand out. So I have not had time to go back there and speak with him, but I will sometime this week, and I will be updating you guys on the information that I got from the GM. He said, how can you get a car with no money down? Hey, listen, bro, listen. The best thing you can do is read up on the Truth Lending Act. Again, it's called Truth Lending Act. Research that the best way you can. But please understand, when you're making a consumer transaction, full faith or credit, they're going to ask you for their social security number. If you missed my live a couple weeks ago, let me put a disclaimer out here. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay? She said she didn't get no notification. Wow. Yeah, you sure missed it. It was pretty good. Regardless of collection, she was on it. How can you get a consultation? Did you get my, see, I'm going to have to be real careful. I'm going to be honest with you guys of who I'm adding on here, because a lot of y'all is not trying to do y'all homework. You just trying to get homework. I'm not saying it's not what you trying to do, but hit my bio and hit into my Instagram, and I'll talk to you from out of my Instagram, because I can't add everybody on here because TikTok is got a lot of weird stuff going on. They got too many. I don't know what kind of counts they are. Boot counts. I don't know if they the police, feds. I don't know what they are, but I'm a private person, so I'm trying to limit myself on certain things I can say and talk about on her. I don't mean no harm though, so I'm just being honest. You see that? You see what she said? Regardless, collection said definitely was. So I like to get y'all live and up close content, so it ain't no fake shit. You see what I'm saying? So. But cool, hit my bio, hit my Instagram, and I'll follow with you, whatever you need me to discuss with you, okay? It's all love and respect, so we good. We are good. And what's his name is? V, yeah, please read the Truth Lending Act. The Truth Lending Act, understand all your 15 USC codes, statute codes. Read Cornell law. You got it take a lot, bro. It's not no overnight process. I promise you, it's not. She said, I've been studying. I need to contact with you, King. Okay, cool. That go my other friend. What's up? QT, what's going on? Hey, make sure you hit my my IG. Well, you my friend, or if you're not my friend on here, let me see. I thought you were my friend on here. Wait a minute. Let me add you. Let me who else that was? It should be in my bio. Oh man, my damn phone. Hold on. Let me see. I'm finna add you. Yeah, you gonna have to hit my IG, cause it's gonna be hard for me to let me see. It took me 6 months even to get in it for traveling down the rabbit hole. Man, let me tell you something. That rabbit hole deeper than what you think it is. And hey, I don't know if y'all heard this. I'm not for sure whoever took that. Hold on, let me say a disclaimer. This is for entertainment purpose only. So I don't know who took that COVID-19 shot, but y'all heard that they trying to get a patent over anyone that took that shot. And also the U.S. military, the Air Force, Secretary of State. It's hard for them to patent humans, so that's why they were trying to get everybody to register and put them in the database, because they already feel like they have control over your body. So I'm glad I was not the one to take that, but I understood it. But I just didn't feel comfortable, taking it. No. No, fuck that. I don't care. One thing about it, y'all gotta understand, our body heals itself. You don't need to put certain vaccines and stuff in your body. My kids they do not take vaccines. No, we don't take vaccine. True enough, I can't say this. When I was young, I didn't know. My mama didn't know. Yeah, she probably had me taking vaccine, but once I got older, oh no, we not doing that. We are not doing that. I know that. I see that. That's what I'm saying. And that shit crazy as hell. Like, they trying to get a patent So that's why they setting up all these camps and shit around here. See, it's a lot of stuff I be want to talk to you guys about, but I can't. I can't because it's kind of like censor information, and they're gonna be like, sometimes you go post something on Facebook, and I forgot what they call fact checkers. They'll go on your shit and flag your shit, take your shit down. I don't even fool with Facebook no more. I really don't. I don't have no interest in it. It's old people from high school and stuff like that. That stuff long gone. I can care less what happened 16, 17 years ago. Hell, I'm 37, so I don't give a damn about what I did in high school no more. Majority of people on there is probably family members. Hell, you might see them on the regular or people that you seen from high school. Or some people just trying to flirt with you, but you know how this shit go. You can look it up. Look up COVID-19 patent. It should be somewhere on there. I seen it, so it's crazy. And again, this is a disclaimer for entertainment purpose only. It says it's not in my bio. Whoa. No, click on my picture, and it's kind of like a little a square little thing. It should be on there. If it's not on there, I'll fix it. But it should be on there. Yes, entertainment purpose only. Yes, it is. Yes. I have to say that because the aneurysm TikTok, if they don't hear me saying that, they can flag me and ban me. So I'm trying to understand it. Yeah, it's in my bio. Just request. Thank you. No, you good. You good. I was just trying to say that. Hold on. Regardless of collection, what's up? You want to go live? Come on, you can come up. You can come up. What's up? Talking to real people. I don't like talking to all these old fake ass people. So, what's up with you?
Hey King, how you feeling?
I'm good. What happened with you?
Man, the day is finally over with, you know what I'm saying? Just had this fast bowl of chili. Now I'm finna kick my feet up and finish studying, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
look. Be honest with you. This is the perfect time of the year for that chili, though.
Hey, bowl, do you right now? A little bit cornbread on the side, you know what I'm saying?
What part of the state you in?
Oh shit, I'm in Indiana right now. I'm
Y'all weather kind of getting a little cool up there, then. And
yeah, it's getting there shit, but I'm about to relocate to Georgia. I wanna
I,
say
I,
within
ho-
like the maybe
I
next
hope I
couple.
hope I hope you don't say Atlanta.
Nah, I don't want to be in a city like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a country chick, so my thing
Oh,
is I
okay.
like the outdoors, nature. I
Yeah,
dab into it when I want.
yeah. So you like me? I like nature. You can give me the Gallisburg in the wintertime in the mountains and shit. I like stuff like that.
Facts.
Yeah, but how your day been going so far? And you eating chili.
You know what? So it's been consistent of a lot of studying. Um, I found this one mentor, if that's what you'd like to call it.
uh,
They're supposed to be teaching me about this whole process with these 1099As and all this other extra stuff. I'm a little wary about it, you know what I'm saying? But
well, that's good that you worry about it because it's not what you think, and and
hmm
and that's what I've been trying to tell people. My process was totally different. You see what I'm saying? It was just one of them things. I looked up and got hit gold on something that I knew for a fact what to do with it. You see what I'm saying? Those who hold the certificate or or the golden title, if you understand what that is and how to manipulate it, you the one hold the security interest and the value of whatever property it is. So in reality, I knew what to do with it, and that's why I keep constantly trying to tell people. The dealership, for us a disclaimer, this for entertainment
Gotta
purpose
gotta
only.
throw it out there.
I gotta
Entertainment
throw it out
purposes
there.
only.
Yeah. So what happened? The dealership already had sent it on my behalf. It was already sent, but my paperwork was sent to me because I purchased a vehicle brand new that was out of town. So
Mm.
instead of the dealership being fucking lazy, they sent all the paperwork to me. So I've been studying shit for years and years. I already know what the fuck it was. And this why I keep when I come on my live, I like to show proof. I don't be on here all that old fake ass shit saying look at my green screen and buy you a goddamn ebook and it's gonna teach you how to be private and trust and all this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, no, it don't work like that. And I keep telling people, the only thing I'm doing now is the cancellation part. But the thing is, they know they fucked up, so they trying to give me the runaround. But I already had did what I had to do, so I have not paid no note on my car not one fucking time. Ain't nobody can't pick my shit up
How long you had it for?
over a year.
Oh, damn, word.
Yes, I bought it
Nice.
last year. I bought it last year in September the 21st of last year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this car is private. It's a private conveyance, so it's not registered. Only way it could have been registered if the organ certificate or the golden title would got to the DMV, then they would have correct because it would have been a lien on the vehicle, but it don't have a lien, so it's all mine.
Right, right. You know
So
what? That sounds similar. But see, they didn't send me the golden MSO that
see,
you're talking about.
see, the thing is, a lot of people don't ask for it. Once you put your down payment in, if you see, I'm teaching people now to go around all of that. Which you don't use your social security number no more. Don't go into the dealership letting these people run your credit up, because once you let them run your credit, you're gonna have ten inquiries on your credit report, and they always gonna tell you it equal up to one. Regardless, no, it's not, because you have different lenders fighting on who finna give you this imaginary ass money that come out of fucking thing.
Hmm.
It's just like a mortgage. 300 some $1,000 house, just the money that come out of thin fucking air. You don't even see the
Right.
fucking money. What the fuck the money come from? Well,
They
of course you
printing it
got
from
the
the
right.
treasury. You know what I'm saying?
They
Just printing
print
it out at the end
exactly.
now.
It's printing from off the treasury. And I'm telling people the same check y'all receive for them goddamn stimulus check is the same check people receive every month for Social Security. It's the same damn thing.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But people not understand and recognize what's going on behind the scene. We're getting played. But you gotta learn how the system works. Everything is informed by bullshit. We've been lied to our whole fucking life. We went to school for shit.
Okay.
Majority,
Look.
majority of these professors at these schools teaching certain shit, and guess what? They poor and broke just like every motherfucker body else.
Right, right. Teaching most
I'm being
slaves,
honest.
sending them to the slaughter. You
Yeah.
know what? So check this out. Now, last year I had purchased me a Jeep, right? Long story
Hmm.
short, back in August, you know what I'm saying, I had gotten into a car accident.
Okay.
Now, I had been studying, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. But when that car accident happened, the shit kind of sent me for a little loop. So, boom, I couldn't apply any of the things with the US codes, and all that good shit to the
So what?
situation.
So what happened when you had the accident? Like, for as what type of
I had
insurance?
full coverage.
Okay. Well,
Um, they end up deeming the vehicle a total loss.
listen. I know you're missing something. You had full coverage and what else? I'm asking you. I'm coming. I want you to get it out. I want you to say it to me. What else you had to go along with your insurance?
What, that gap?
Yes, there you go. Bingo.
Right, right. So I had the full coverage insurance, had the gap on there.
Okay.
And I didn't really understand how everything worked because, like I said, I was real new in my studies and stuff. So after they deemed the vehicle a total loss, you know what I'm saying, insurance paid one amount. But what I was finding out was I had the right to negotiate how much the insurance company would have
Yes.
paid for that vehicle. But I didn't
Yes.
know that at the time. And by
Yes.
the time I had went on ahead and just agreed to the shit, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't rescind the agreement. Everything was just happening so fast.
It's just like,
So,
say if you get hurt on the job, right?
hmm,
And say if you go anywhere, you get hurt at a place of business that they have insurance, right? The
okay,
first person that's gonna call you is called the insurance adjuster, right?
right.
So they're gonna try to hit you with the lower fucking amount to go and get your ass out the goddamn way, and the same thing go from car insurance. They're gonna try to help and offer you the smallest fucking amount just to get your ass out the way, not knowing you got room to jiggle with the fight and get way more out of the situation. But so that's what I'm saying. It's good for us to
Hmm.
start educating ourselves and start reading up on stuff. Stop going by what people tell us. Just because they got a certain job title I don't give a damn who the fuck you are. I don't give a damn you 45, 46, 47 president. I don't give a damn about none of that. You ain't finna fool with me because goddamn, I'm gonna read what's saying what's going on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So,
And
but
I
the thing, but it's good you still in your. I call it me personally. I don't call it just studying and all that. I call it a spiritual journey.
exactly. Exactly. That's
Just
exactly what it is because there's more things happening than just the studies. You know what I'm saying? My life is evolving in so many different ways.
exactly you retraining your whole mindset, what you've been taught from the time you start understanding life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You retraining your whole mind thought, but it take years to get that though because we were trained when we was kids.
Right, to unlearn and relearn.
You
Mm-hmm.
got it exactly. So that's what I'm saying, and I can sit here and tell you that I didn't start getting into this stuff when I was about 27, 28 years old. I've been on this journey now going on 10, 11, 12 years. So it's like I had to understand what was going on. The whole system is fucked up. Everything is fucked up. Once you start understanding what's really going on, it piss you off.
Man, okay.
It
And
make you
it's like
mad.
I don't want to be around other motherfuckers because people are so damn brainwashed. And it's like, you know what I'm saying, you being looked at as the weird motherfucker when you trying to put them on. But you know what
Man,
I'm saying, everybody can't go. I get that. But it's crazy how, you know what I'm saying, it just isolates you.
yeah, it does. Like something like now, from me being on the journey that I've been for a long time, a lot of people call me weird, but guess what? I just guarantee you now they be trying to figure out some information because I'm like, damn, that
Hmm.
man, motherfucker, no, stay your weird ass over there.
Right. Don't they?
Yeah, I don't be studying this stuff. It is what it is. I'm not finna let nobody retrain my mind or thought of what I got going on. So I just try to continue to be on my path for understanding what's really going on.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Go tell mama.
So,
Hold on just a second. I thought
mm.
she said. Go ahead. Well, all right. Well, I just had the door dash out something. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it's just one of them things. So, but I'm glad that you starting to understand what's really going on, and I'm glad I'm building my own fan base on this platform. Even though this platform it can be kind of a little up and down, but I understand it. But it's better than that goddamn Mark Zuckerberg Facebook crap.
Yeah, people been slowly but surely gravitating away from it. It was this one app. My homegirl put me on to it because she does like makeup and all that stuff. It's called Bigo. So I found out that it mimics TikTok's, you know what I'm saying, interface from what it looked like. But I know you can get paid and monetize this app as well, but it's a little different. But the shit is so easy to make your money off of. You damn near be on there just teaching whatever, or you know what I'm saying, just chopping it up, and you getting paid. Let me see, it was a guy that I was talking to from that app. His first month after he went through all his little whatever to get, you know what I'm saying, authenticated, that man made an extra 2K, you know what I'm saying, within that month just from being on the app. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Just a little bit of change. Just from
Yeah,
what?
I'm figure out which one that is, cause yeah, I can use some extra revenue. Shit.
Yeah, it's Bigo.
Okay, okay.
So,
Yeah,
yep.
but
So just like that.
more study than getting people to understand what's really going on for status correction and all that. I also I deal with child support matters. I do a lot of stuff. I only like I said I only speak about what stuff that has worked for me. I deal with business credit, personal credit. I do all this stuff.
Oh, well, you're gonna be perfect for that app then. You know what I'm saying? Because it's for creators. You know what I'm saying? More so, and it's not as they ain't too uptight. The only thing that I know that they really flag you for is damn near driving while you going live or some shit like that, like they did
Yeah.
on here.
The other day when I was leaving from the dealership, I was driving and talking and TikTok a video real fast. I thought I was getting banned. I was like, oh damn.
Right. And that's the only thing. So the way to get around that is you can be in your whip. you know what I'm saying, moving about or whatever, but you cannot let them see your steering wheel. You know what I'm saying? It cannot be made to seem like you driving.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, I'm gonna have to check into that then. I sure appreciate that little tip on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, shit, we gonna all figure it out one way or another. Are you welcome, sweets? Uh, my thing is now. This is one question that I've been having. You know what I'm saying, for a
What's
little
that?
minute, and I've been trying to figure it out. Now, the position that I'm in when it comes to getting this whip, even though we know credit don't play a part in it, my
Right.
credit is 750 right now, so I know I can walk into a lot. Okay, hey, I want this. Boom, bam. Now when it comes to the down payment and all the fraud and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do I go ahead and if they asking me for a down payment on a 60K vehicle, whatever, go ahead and do that? And for entertainment purposes only, make your disclaimer. Are
Yes.
you going
Uh.
ahead and just then filing your paperwork afterwards to go on and do the rescission or whatever the case may be?
Oh, do you was you on my live the other day when I was speaking about Forward creating LLC in your name?
I don't think I was. Nope. I hopped in on the dealership
It's,
tip.
okay. Give you a gym tip for anybody that's on my live. Look, check this out, y'all. I want y'all to understand that we all can do this. If 45 can do this, guess what? You can too. If y'all don't know who 45 is, look it up. 45
Right.
45 is the 45 president that we had. So, okay. So, check this out, guys. This is what you can do. If you want to get around a loophole not using your social security number, please do this right here. This is a disclaimer for entertainment purpose only. Create a S corp, C corp, or even a LLC in your government name. Copyright your name.
Mm-hmm.
Again, create a LLC in your government entity name. Because now you don't have to use your social security number. You can use your EIN for replacement of it. Give yourself 5 months, 4 to 5 months. Find you 4 vendors account, net 30s account. Pay on them counts. You can buy small stuff. You can buy tissue, pens, whatever you need around the house, cleaning products, whatever it is. I'm getting y'all some free game now.
Yep.
Do that. Do that. Within 4 or 5 months, you will have you a Duns number. Go to Duns, DB. It's called Duns, DUN, Brad Street number. Go get you a Duns number. Make sure you create your EIN. And once you do that, 4 to 5 months, you'll start seeing your Duns number having a paydex. Score. Your paydex score will be between 80 and 90 and up. Your experience and Equifax business will least need to be in the 400 range. So this is very, very easy to do, but it's one way that you do not have to be worrying about your personal credit. You can just be worrying about operating in your own entity name and make sure you have it copyrighted. That's it. Free game.
Free game. He definitely just gave it to you step by step because that's what I had to do when I created my business LLC. You
See,
know what
and
I'm
what
saying?
you do, you had to create your own name for your business, right?
Yep. Create the name for the business. Go to the Secretary of State. Get the articles of organization. Get your
Yep.
EIN. I'm probably
That's
not
it.
putting it in the exact order, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
EIN done in Bradstreet
that,
number. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and that's what I told people that I operate in 4 different entities. I still operate in my government side, my tribe name, my business, and my business name. It's four. I have 4 EIN numbers. I have 4 LLCs. I don't have to use my fucking social security number. What social security number? I
Right.
haven't used,
Where?
I have not used that number in 10 years.
You know what I also been trying to figure out? That I just discovered these CPNs.
Well, the
Now,
CPN, I'm finna tell you something about that. The CPN you can use though. Do not tell nobody that you can't. Well, it's a lot of people tell you that they're flag. They will flag it only if the credit profile don't look legitimate. It's just like your regular.
right? If you defaulting and all that other bullshit.
Exactly. It's just like so your regular credit profile, right? So the CPN work the same way. It ain't even about the guy
Mm-hmm.
what's on it. So you can't get no CPN and it's only one thing reporting and you got an 800 credit score. They gonna flag it because it ain't making sense.
Right.
How you get an 800 but ain't none reporting? That don't make sense. So we got to understand people's ways out here to do certain things without making it seem like it's fraud.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
And then
it's
most of the time, shit, the shit don't even be fraud. People just don't even be knowing no better. And then when somebody put them on, they ain't giving them the whole scoop. And then they
exactly,
fumble the bag. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing no better. And then that's how they end up fucking their lives up.
exactly. There you go. And there's the catch 92 to it. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't the credit score, y'all. It's the credit profile. It's what on your profile. So now, just like you were saying about the car. All right, now once you do that, you got companies like Ally. I think it's ALLY. You got Ford. You got Mercedes. You got all these other companies that deal with the corporate side. So guess what? You can use your corporate entity name now to go into the dealership, and you ain't got to pay no damn money down.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's it. I
Simple
know
as
because
that.
yeah, I know because I don't did this. But now if you operating in that social security number, it's totally different transaction. Don't take
Now is
my
that the
huh?
that's not the finance. What is it? Credit mean consumer credit transaction. That's the one you talking about.
That's gonna be a consumer credit transaction, correct?
Hmm. I've been doing a little studying. I know a little bit of something. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got like you yet, but you know what I'm saying? I'm doing it.
But what you want me to repeat again?
I think they was talking about the steps to the getting the LLC and incorporating the
Oh, okay.
name and stuff like that.
Say it another time for the 17 of you guys that's on my live. Okay. If you want to stop using your social security number and you want to build, you can see the thing is the whole thing to this is you want to work on your personal side. Get away from just work on your personal side, get that score up, go ahead and go to your entity. You see what I'm saying? So create a LLC in your government name, your full government name, whatever your damn name is. I don't give a damn if it was Shaka Zulu 2. Create an LLC in Shaka Zulu 2 and goddamn it, get you an EIN, go get you a Duns and Brad, go get all this stuff set up. Within 4 or 5 months, get you some vendors account. You need net 30s. Any net 30s, it don't matter what it is. If anybody needs the list, I got the list. I can send you the list. It's free information out here. I'm not charging nobody for no bull crap like that. If you
Right.
want
Some shit you can damn go find for free. Hmm.
if you want that list, I can send it to you for the free. I'm not charging nobody for no crap like that. I wish on TikTok you could put more things in the comments. I would have put it in the comments, and you just go on there and just copy and paste it. But they limited what our amount of comments you can say on here. So that's gonna be the best way you do it. Within 4 or 5 months, you'll have your business scores up. You can go get any damn thing you want to. It don't matter because it's called consumer transaction. You buying equipment for your business. Your name is your business. Think about it. So did y'all get that? Appreciate that, Jen. Yes, get
Yeah, and
three.
don't be
Yep.
letting nobody scam y'all and shit for no
Yeah,
EINs telling you that you got to pay. Take your ass to the IRS.gov website and go
that's it.
get you an EIN. That's it.
That's
You
it.
ain't got to do no process, no nothing. They going to register you that shit right then and there. You can only use one EIN per entity,
Pure
but you
entity.
can get as many as you want.
Exactly. It's free. It is free, y'all. It's free. Most states charge to create the LLC, but do not go on LegalZoom trying to create nothing. Do it yourself and save yourself some money. You don't need no third party serving doing this for you guys. Y'all need to stop being so lazy and do everything yourself. Cause one thing about it, once you learn how to do this stuff yourself, hands on, you will learn how to do it the next time come around. You don't have to have
Hmm.
paying people for no reason. I'm not knocking nobody game for what they do. I'm just saying, y'all, we still got to stop being so lazy.
Yeah, because they sure got me back in 2015 when I ain't know no better, you know what I'm saying? Registering my business and doing all that shit. I took my ass straight to LegalZoom and they hit my ass over the head.
Pastor, what's going on? That's my guy right there. Pastor the way. What's happening? Yeah, so y'all
Hey,
please do it.
Pastor.
Yeah, Pastor, he'll tell you that too. He'll tell y'all
Oh,
the same.
Pastor too.
Oh yeah, I know. He'll tell you the same thing I'm telling y'all. I promise you. Do it that way right there, and you don't have to worry about using that damn Social Security number. Leave that damn Social Security number alone. It ain't nothing but a damn debt machine.
Mm-hmm.
Stay out of debt. Stay out of debt, y'all. I promise you, man. Once y'all realize what's really going on, I'm telling y'all, my life will be so much easier to operate.
Mm-hmm. They over here
Like
telling you that you got to be in debt to have credit. Hell no, you don't. Don't believe
Pastor,
that bullshit.
Pastor say, I disagree.
Right.
Oh man, somebody said, how can I get that net 30 list? I hit my bio. I can send it to you. It's for the free. I'm not charging you for that. It gonna pass. Hold on. Hey, Pastor, don't be doing that. Don't be doing that, Pastor.
Hey,
What's going on?
the
What's
the
going on, Pastor?
the problem isn't that you're using the social. The problem is you're not using it right.
Exactly. I know.
Hmm.
It
Well, don't lay it on us,
see,
Pastor, because I know you finna go in.
I
look,
already know you too.
what is the social?
Shit, the administrative account.
It's a trust account.
Yeah.
That means it has trustees. Why
Yep.
aren't you sending the stuff to the trustees and say, "Hey, do your thing"?
And y'all, do y'all know who the trustees are? I know who they are.
Uh,
Janet Yell is one of
what's
them.
the what's her name of the treasury? Is it Kelly? No, that's for
Nah,
Indiana. I
nah,
think.
Janet
Let me see. Let me go back and do my research because I just discovered that. You said
nah,
Janet Yellen.
Yelling, yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah, she's the one over the hey Pastor, she's the one over the trust accounts. I don't know, I guess his what's name failed or something. But yeah, that's who corresponded with the trust account. What?
Right.
Uh
She's the one who will have the fiduciary responsibility once
Correct.
you, you know what I'm saying, do whatever paperwork in order
Yeah.
to operate for you via your trust because you can't go in that shit. The trust don't belong to you,
Nope, it
but you're
don't.
the beneficiary. So when you get to, you know what I'm saying, dealing
Hold
with
up,
these
hold
different
up, hold up,
entities and these
hold up,
people,
hold up, hold up. You say you the beneficiary.
hold up.
Where's
So
your
you're not the
evidence you the
beneficiary of the trust.
beneficiary?
My
You're not the
bond, my birth
beneficiary.
certificate,
Where's your
correct?
evidence? Where's your evidence that's your name?
Cause you don't own the
You
name.
said, where's the evidence that that's my name? I
That's
can't hear you,
right.
Pastor. What's the beeping?
He
My air pressure.
truck up. Yeah, he in the truck.
Okay.
I've been in the shop all day.
Uh-oh.
Um,
Got you. Go ahead.
where's your see? Where's your evidence that's your name? You have no evidence, firsthand knowledge. You've heard it or been told it all your life. You're making a presumption no
Right.
different than the court. Okay?
I see where you're going with that. Go ahead. Yep.
Yeah. So you're not the grantor of the trust. Since you're not the grantor and you're not the trustees, now the first trustee is the Secretary of Treasury, right?
Yep.
That's
There you go. Yes,
Janet
sir.
Yellen. That's
Uh
Janet
huh.
Yellen. And the logic is what? That's the bank. The second trustee is the Department of Labor. Why? Think about it. When you fill out a W 4 for a job and you put the name and you put the social and you put the address, who's the actual trustee? I mean, who's the employee? Who's the employee?
The truck.
Yeah, you should know this. The
The, the,
trust.
the trust.
Yeah, because under the 14th Amendment, all trusts, all corporations, and all businesses are legal persons, right?
Right.
Yes, sir. Yep. Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Oh, he said he got a phone call.
Oh, he got a phone call. Okay, he'll be back on. He'll be back on. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
I
See,
see what he's saying too.
Yeah,
When it comes
Yeah, but
to
okay.
persons being
Now,
legal entities.
right.
okay, now the third trustee is the Department of Health and Human Services. Okay? Now, this is where I get into who's the actual beneficiary. Okay? And the
Hmm.
Department of Health and Human Services is the third trustee. Now, think about it. Why would that be? Title IV funding? Who gets all the
Yeah,
Title IV funding? The state?
shit. Title 4D, child support, all that.
That's right. So the beneficiaries getting the distributions called Title IV funding. Okay? And if you type into Google SSA Board of Trustees, you will find the list of trustees listed on the Social Security Administration website. There's 6 of them.
That's true.
So that means you're the only office that you're holding is the general agent. And because you're not doing your duty as the agent for the trust to settle the debt of all the securities that it's tied to, guess what? You're derelict in your duty.
Mm.
It's just like everybody's out there teaching that they got rid of lawful money in 33, but nobody's read the congressional record where they actually didn't get rid of gold. They redefined what gold was.
Did they now?
Yeah. Let's see here. I shall read it
You
to
said the
you.
congressional record.
March 9th,
Oh, please
1933.
do, sir. I was gonna go ahead and do some homework. Nice.
It says right here on page 2 of the PDF, but it's page 80 if you get the bigger document. It says under the Federal Reserve Act, obligations that are deposited as the security in gold for reserve notes are placed into the hands of the Federal Reserve agent. You see how they define that? And what are those obligations? Well, if you go to page 5, it says under the new law, the money, now money singular, is issued to the banks in return for government obligations. So now go back to what I read. Those government obligations are deposited into the Treasury or the Federal Reserve as means an example of, as securities and gold.
Hmm.
See what I'm saying? They just
Pastor,
changed
where are you getting your documents and stuff from?
straight from the government's website. And plus, I have a Westlaw account, so
Do
I
you
spend a
have
lot of
any
time reading all that.
you know what? I've only heard of Westlaw the first time I was on the live with King when he came from the dealership that day. That's the first time I've ever heard you mention that Westlaw account. Can you go a little bit
You know,
more in depth about that?
you know what LexisNexis is, right?
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
Go to a law library, ask them, hey, can I use your computer? They're either going to have LexisNexis or Westlaw. They're the competitors of each other. That's your law library.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. It is the repository of everything when it comes to the law. That's your administrative decisions, your regulations. It'd blow your mind if you saw what I had.
Hmm.
I spend a
Well, let me make
whole
sure
lot
I'm
of
following
time.
you because I need to know more.
I spend a whole lot of time reading their documents.
As you should.
I used to follow a lot of the gurus, no offense. When I first started, I started out with Anna Von Reitz, David Strait, different people, found Yusufel. I like Yusufel.
Yeah, you feel.
But I just
Yeah, that's
but
where
I
I'm
just
at.
got to the point where I've surpassed most of them, and I'm not the only one. I mean, a lot of us out there, I've got a really close group of people that I stay in communication with like Eon. I don't know if you know Eon on YouTube.
And Eon, I've been following Eon going on man. I'm talking about a while, man. When I'm in my truck, man, that's what I be doing. I be listening to Eon YouTube videos and seminars, and that guy there,
I
he's
just
amazing.
I spent about an hour with him on the phone today. I'm just waiting
Wow.
for him to respond to my email to see if I can share the phone
Mhm.
call.
You click on the truck so I can watch the movie.
Nice. Well, see, I'm new to all of this, Pastor and King. So my thing is, well, King already know. I've only been studying for like 5 or 6 months, so I don't know nearly as much as you guys do. So when it comes to the information you sharing, definitely you go in detail. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm
Look,
hearing y'all, and I'm
okay,
pretty sure some people in the live want to know.
here's one for you. Everybody makes the presumption that you're a U.S. citizen because of the social and that you're receiving privileges and benefits, right? Well, how can you be
Hmm.
something that you've never applied for?
Bingo.
Right.
I actually did a FOIA request with the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Office, and they come back and said we have no records. So if they have no records of me being a U.S. citizen, then what am I? Your birthright is in your state.
Yes, that's true. Because guess what? When you die, where they send you back to?
Mm.
Then if you
And
look at
Seth Fletcher just said he did the same thing. Now guess who started that movement? Me.
Pastor the way.
And I've been telling everybody how to do it. And I've shared it on Telegram in a bunch of different groups, and they're actually spreading the word out there. So if you're not a U.S. citizen, then what are you? It's just like they say you got to change your status. Well, what is a status? They teach it like it's dealing with citizenship, but nobody's ever studied what status actually is. Go to Black's Law Dictionary. You'll find out very quickly status has nothing to do with citizenship. It has to do with are you competent or incompetent?
Hmm. And you are a minor.
Mm. Well, the minor account
Oh,
is
right.
for
I was
the
just going to say, which is why they
social.
refer to you as a learner.
Well, because why? You think that's your name. Remember, the First Amendment is first for a reason. If you
Facts.
believe something, they're not going to tell you what to believe. If you believe that is your name with no firsthand knowledge, they're going to do what? They're going to
Hmm.
let you believe it.
Hmm. That's why when you go to court, you
Go
got to know
along
how,
with it, right?
I
in
just
court.
actually had a ticket sealed and dismissed based on that.
Yeah, that's true. You got to know how to represent yourself. You got to go in speaking that you come into court for as the
I ne-
representative of the name.
if you wait till the day of court, you're already late.
Facts.
You got to handle your affairs
Repeat that, Pastor, what you
before.
say.
If you
If
wait
you
till the
got to go
day
into
of
that court,
court,
you are late.
you're already late.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
Mm-hmm.
now, because why he say that now? Because now you put yourself in that jurisdiction,
Yeah. Well, it's not just that. They already have jurisdiction because why? They own the trust.
and that's fucking crazy.
If it's their trust, I've got videos on my Rumble account where I play the phone recordings from Vital Records, and they tell you they own the record. They even tell you that there's a probate file that got created.
Mm-mm.
A probate file. Does that probate file have any relation to the probate court if a family or loved one dies or something that all of the belongings have to go to?
Yep. Same court.
Mm.
Because why? The infant is a decedent. What is a decedent? A dead thing.
Yeah, come on. Can I get a chocolate cheese movie?
How many times have you heard the term infant decedent? See, the placenta is one of two products of conception, and both products have to be recorded. This is in the law. Well, guess which one didn't get recorded? You.
The infant, right?
No, the infant did.
The
You
placenta.
did not. The infant was the placenta. The
Yep.
baby went home with the parents. Guess what the
The
parents never did
placenta.
because the parents didn't know
Placenta.
better.
They record the placenta.
And then after
What?
7 years, yeah,
Oh
I can show. I've got a
yeah.
video on my Rumble channel showing you the document.
Yes. The infant go home,
I'm
but
gonna
the
get this
placenta,
damn laptop. Hold on, I gotta get my laptop now. Hold on, y'all, because I got to look this shit up. Hold
yeah.
on, wait a minute. We finna go live with this right now.
Listen, no, what he's saying is true. It's facts.
I told you I
They
read their documents.
they
Okay.
record the infant goes home with the mom, but the placenta still
No,
stay there.
no, the baby goes home with mom.
I
The
mean, the baby
infant
goes
is,
home. Right.
yeah.
Somebody said they confused.
Okay, so now it's some confusing shit. Hey, look, when you know at this, man, it's confusing, but the more you study, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, and keep diving in and doing your due diligence, it becomes clearer. You know,
I
just
want
don't
you to,
want the answers from somebody.
yeah,
You
I
know what I'm
want
Right.
you to
saying?
look up. Hold on. Yeah, pull it in, back it in. Okay, I want you to look up a document, and I want you to do a Google search and
Mm-hmm.
see if you get the document. You should, okay?
Okay,
State
go ahead.
state definitions and reporting requirements, and type behind it CDC.
EDC. Yep. Hey, Pastor, did you
Reporting requirements.
And then type CDC. This is dealing
EDC?
Oh,
with
they
you.
even got.
There should be a link that's
I'm gonna
titled
save this
that.
one too.
Now, on that page, if you get the right page, you should see a PDF link that the title, the front page is purple. Okay, and
Okay,
it's
hold on. Let me
and if
see.
you
I'm
go to
clicking on it now. Is this the PDF right here? Wait a minute. Okay, I think this is the PDF form. Yes, it's purple. I see it.
okay, now go
For
to
live birth,
page.
fetal death,
Yeah.
and included terminations of pregnancy.
Now the document's hyperlinked. Go to page 6, and I wanted to go to the
Mm-hmm.
one that
Hold
I go
on.
to. Go where it says New York State excluding New York City.
Okay, page 6. Okay, page 6.
You see where it's on the right, it says New York City, New York State, page 42. Click on that link.
Hold on. I think I'm losing you. You said go to page 6.
6.
Correct, in that
Now you
PDF.
see the blue links. You see the blue
Okay.
states, the links. You see on the right, you got New York State
Okay, no, sir. I don't
excluding.
have that file.
Okay, then
Mm-mm.
you've not got the right link.
Somebody else might have it. I don't think so. Okay, so hold on. Let me go.
How many pages is your
Hold
document?
on a second. Don't. Do. This one is 72 pages.
Then go to page 42.
42. Okay. Almost there. Hold on. Mm,
Now, does
New
it give you the state
Mexico, New
names?
York State, excluding New York City.
That's right.
I got you.
Now, read that first
Okay.
paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
Now read it out loud.
Under live birth defined, live birth. Okay, live birth is defined as the complete expulsion or extraction from its mother of a product of conception irrespective of the duration of pregnancy, which, after such separation, breathes or shows any other evidence of life, such as beating of the heart,
There's the
pulsation of the
baby.
umbilical cord,
That's the
or
baby.
There's the
definite
placenta.
movement
Placenta.
And the
of
third one
voluntary
is both.
muscles.
And then
Wow.
continue reading.
Oh, that's fucking. Okay, voluntary muscles, whether or not the umbilical cord has been cut or the placenta is attached.
Attached.
Each product of such a birth is considered live born.
That last part of that
Oh,
sentence, each product is considered live born.
The placenta is live.
wow.
When the placenta is born, is it not alive? Yes, it is.
Boy, this stuff
But
crazy.
and it
Mm,
dies within what? Minutes. They're reporting the death of an infant.
And you never
mm,
proclaim the infant.
No, that is not only New York. It's worded that way almost identically in every state. And that document lists all 50 states.
Ain't this crazy?
right. Let me jump down to Indiana real quick. Crazy than a motherfucker, boy. They over here practicing some shit, okay?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
hey,
why.
go look. If you want to see what they're practicing, how about you go look up Lady Justice?
I
Lady
sure do.
Justice is the god Justitia.
Hey, Pastor, do you heard that about the COVID-19 register in the database?
Maybe.
Well, I'll talk to you about it. I don't want to throw us off topic, but I'm gonna holler at you about it. It's crazy.
Pastor, do I need to be looking this topic up on Rumble, or I can just Google Lady Justice and find it'll direct me
No,
to it?
go to my profile. My link tree is there. It'll take you right to my Rumble channel.
Man, Pastor got a lot of
Okay,
followers.
got you. So you got the details.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I got my footprint document on there showing you the language where you are a foundling. I mean, it says on the first sentence of the report when I was born, it says in the document that this is the firstborn infant of the ORH negative mother whose projected date of confinement was 9/24/73. Now, why would it say
Mm,
confinement?
Fine,
And then
right.
on the
That's just
fourth
shit sound
sentence,
odd. Why did they?
because why? The infant was abandoned. It's a crime to abandon an infant.
Mm,
They don't know who the mother is that abandoned the infant. But what you also don't realize is the contracts that you signed before the infant was even born. That's what gave them the right to do it because you gave assignment to the hospital over the infant.
You know what? If I had to think back on it, I don't remember signing any documents prior to giving birth. I only remember
You
afterwards.
signed well. You signed documents with the hospital
Right.
for care. You signed documents requesting
Right.
care. It's in those contracts.
Mm,
And we
mm,
go over a
mm.
contract on one of my more recent documents. We go over a contract where we go over the language in the contract, and it was you were giving assignments. No, is it? Well, that's another question, sweet.
Another question now. Let's look. Yeah.
Um, it hit me after I saw that CDC document, and this is honest God truth. I said, they knew Roe versus Wade wasn't right when they passed it. They knew it was
They
the
so
state's
did.
issue. Why did they do it? And why did they just overturn it now? Because if you read that 72-page document, even the aborted children They are doing what? They're creating the trusts. They're still recording them as decedents. But look, what are they changing? They're changing the monetary system. So is it possible they don't no longer need it because they're changing the monetary system?
Hmm.
Mm, mm,
Yeah,
my
this stuff,
heart.
this
My
rabbit
daddy.
hole deeper and deeper and deeper. Once you start finding out what's going on, it's deep.
Look, it's it says in the Bible that Satan is the god of this world. Okay? If you can think
Yeah,
it,
y'all,
Mm-hmm.
Satan's already thought it.
y'all tap their screens. Tap the screen, please. Come on. It's free.
I talk about this stuff on Telegram too. I mean, I'm on there regularly. I hopped on because King was on.
I sure appreciate you showing me love. It
Wow.
says be a
Let me
car.
make sure I'm connected with you, Pastor.
And go to my link tree. That'll get you to my Telegram group, my Rumble channel, all of it.
Got you. Let me search you real quick.
Yeah, Pastor trying to get
If
y'all.
you go to Linktree and you can find me that way, just do Pastor of the Way. You'll find me.
Yeah, the rabbit hole very, very deep, guys. Y'all gotta look, man. Y'all, it's a lot of things. Yeah,
It's it's
it's.
not
Whew.
complicated once you
No, it's
start
not. It's
seeing it.
really not. It's not.
Hold on one second. By the way, I need a computer. I got a warning. I got a warning light on that truck after we got it serviced and don't know why. It's an engine warning light.
Check engine light on?
Uh-huh.
Okay, we can do a J Pro on it.
Okay. Okay, I'm
All
back.
right, I got you on here, Pastor. I see your link tree. Hold on, let me find your you said your Telegram?
Yeah,
I'm on your
it's,
link tree
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, it's
it's
right there
wrong.
at the top. My Telegram's on the top link, and then Rumble's under that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, let me pin you to my top then. I got you already.
Now you get into the chat room, you have to apply to that because the chat room is where I got to keep the freaking trolls and
The
bots
trolls.
out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's what I want to do. So guide me on where I'm going when it comes to the chat room.
Yeah, if you tap on the top of Boslikos Nomos, you're gonna see. If you tap on that, it'll bring up another menu, and
Mm-hmm.
you'll see something that says discussion or create discussion. That goes to the chat room.
Oh, okay. Hold on. No. Okay, so I'm tapping the top. It says pinned message.
No, tap on the banner,
Then
the
it's
name,
another pinned message.
not the pin message, the
Oh, the
name of the
name. Got
group.
you. Okay.
I'm familiar
Okay.
with it on the phone, so
Mm-hmm.
that's the reason why.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I'm on the phone. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you tap on the name, it takes you to
Do
the
I
next
click that little
screen.
message bubble?
Yeah, the message bubble. That's it. That'll get you to where you can apply
Okay.
to the chat room.
Okay, got it.
I mean,
We in now.
once you start, and I'll go in and accept here in a little bit. Yeah,
For sure.
Destiny, he's in my group. He'll tell you he gets in there every time I'm on there live if he knows about it.
Yeah, that's Big Russ. What's up,
Yeah,
Russ?
I blew his mind the other night on the monetary system because he's all about what's it called, consumer law.
Consumer law. Yeah.
So I broke it to him why the consumer
Mm-hmm.
laws are written the way they're written, and it goes back to how the monetary system works.
Let me ask you a question, Pastor.
Hmm.
There's a book called Modern Money Mechanics. Would you recommend that?
Absolutely, that's a Federal Reserve book. Darn right. If you want to know how the system works, read their
Yes,
documents.
yay. Okay.
Now, I'm not going to say that other people like us haven't written decent books. There's people out there that have, okay? And I'm not, I mean, you've got like documents that's been around forever, one man out, um, and stuff like that, okay? But
Call out
you
the name of your.
really, you really got to stick with what the lawyers write and what the government writes because they're going to tell you everything. The reason why they're going to tell you everything is they do have an ethical code. They have to tell you what they're doing, but their belief is you're too dumb or you would stop it.
Right, right.
Hmm. The name of the book is called Modern Money Mechanics.
Can you
Yeah,
post it if it allow you to post it?
Yeah, I'm gonna
they
just
won't.
go
No,
ahead.
they won't let you post the link.
Hmm.
They won't let you do that.
More lights, how? What's going
No,
on,
I
my
just
guy?
typed the
Yeah, I've
name of
got
it.
after we crank the truck, I got a freaking engine light. It's an engine warning.
Yo, 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 what's good?
What's up,
What's
Russ?
going on, brother?
Not much.
Yeah.
I see both y'all on. I had to tap in.
Hey, you already know what's going on. You see me at Milestone.
Yeah.
Promise you.
Hey, if Eon lets me post that phone recording, because he did send it to me, I just don't post things just willy nilly. If he lets me post it, you're gonna want to go listen to that when I put it up on Rumble
All right, cool.
because he broke down 12 USC 412 and all of that.
No, I'm gonna go take a dive into that because I'm not familiar with Title 12.
12 USC 412
Yeah.
is the way Eon says it is. That's the secret to everything.
Well, you know, I'm gonna dig into it. So.
Hey, Russ, did you get that handled? Well, what on you?
Oh no, bro, I haven't, but that's literally on my list to do.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm
Bank
on a I'm
Officer's
on a mission
Handbook.
right now, bro. I gotta finish this damn book.
All
Oh,
right.
tell him the names of the book.
I want to tell him, but I don't know if everybody else ready for it though.
Half
Don't
the
you
people.
tell me, shit. I ain't
Nah,
ready,
see,
but I'm gonna
that's the
get
thing.
ready.
Like, it's not the fact
They
that I want to tell you, but here's the thing. Like if I know your plate is, if I know your plate only can hold so much, if I well, what I got gonna overflow your plate.
Woo.
I know it because I was starving when Pastor gave it to me, and by the time I got done with halfway with the first book, I was full for 5 days.
Yeah, he
So
called me.
Okay.
He called
so
me after he finished the first book, and he was
I
just
called him at
blown
2 o'clock
away.
in the morning. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was shocked, but because what
He
Pastor
said,
just said was true. When they write these books, they have to tell you the truth. But like most of us, we read it, we understand only our perception of it and not the whole perception of the book or the whole reality of the book. And so I'm over here fangirling out because I'm like, I knew this information, but the
"Huh?
way it's been explained to me is completely different.
Well,
Oh, Destin, quick question. So that sounds so is it that you didn't really understand it in its full capacity because of the way we've been taught the
yeah,
No,
language,
because
no.
well,
or
This is what
part
this.
of
Okay,
it.
so no. Let me explain this real quick, Pastor. It's not the
Mhm.
fact I didn't understand it because I've had conversations with both King L. Bay and Pastor prior to me reading this book about it, and they're far more knowledgeable about what they know in their field, right? But I have a basic understanding to have a conversation with both of them. Now, when I read this book, I didn't not only understand it from my perspective better, I understood from the person writing the book perspective.
Now,
I understood
and
from
okay.
the
if you,
perspective of the people who already know this information.
Now, okay, so let me rephrase my question then. So the perspective of the person that wrote the book, were they writing from dog
they
Latin,
were
English,
no,
legalese,
No,
or
no,
no, they were one of the elite.
okay,
yeah,
Look, get rid of the dog Latin, get rid of the legalese, get rid of that terminology. Okay? That is just to
Gotcha.
keep you behind. Okay?
Hmm.
The books are called The Art of Passing the Buck, Volume 1 and
Yeah.
Volume 2. Okay?
No.
Yes. So, now, I want you to understand something. Now, Destiny, you've
Yes.
heard me explain the problems with the secured party creditor process. You've heard
It's
me
flawed.
talk about the Social Security trust account and how I
Yes.
break it down. After reading those books, what is your opinion?
There's only one way.
Yeah. It's not the point that you're using the social. The point is you're not doing it
Using it
right.
correctly. Yeah. That's
You're
what it
the
is.
agent.
And
Cool.
in order to effectively use it, there's processes, and the art of the buck, as Pastor said, the art of the buck, the art of passing the buck 1 and part 2 explains exactly um, the, the the process necessary to take. Definitely,
I wonder if I
because
can
a lot
find
of
this
I'm gonna
book
be
on
honest with
Scribe
you,
real quick.
and also before, like, it's best if you tap into people who already know this information or have an understanding, because they can better help you further your knowledge of whatever you're looking for, because it's a lot of fluff on the internet, it's a lot of fluff on social media, and I'm trying to it's some things in my industry that I have to correct when I get back on TikTok later tonight. But
Look,
Right,
a
right.
lot of these documents, he'll tell you, Russ is in my group, he'll tell you, not everything I'm going to tell you is accurate, but 90% of stuff that's shared in my group is accurate. 90% it's because it's all their stuff.
I'm looking up this book now. Okay,
yeah, man, they
cool.
try to that's what Pastor was telling me. They try to stop them from writing it, and they couldn't.
Mm.
If you go to their website, they got sued by the DOJ. Yeah, Gwen Wyckoff. If they got sued by the DOJ to stop the books from getting published, and they actually beat the DOJ. The court case is on their website.
Uh,
Hold on.
Now the books are expensive. They are. I mean, to buy both the books is going to cost you almost $600. But they are the gold
Damn.
standard.
mhm.
And if you bypass volume
You
one
know
and just go
what?
to volume two, you will get yourself in trouble.
Yeah,
Hmm.
volume one really builds the foundation of understanding. Even if you knew anything about the process, it really just takes it to another level. And that's what I hit Pastor up about, because like I'm one of those people. Once I indulge into something, I know it. You can give me something complicated, not complicated takes a day, impossible takes a week when it comes to understanding with me. So, but when I read this book, I was amazed, because it's more than one way to have success, but it's another way. It's another way to understand the path of success that somebody else took, and they did it effectively.
Hey,
And
Russ.
yo,
Hey, hold on, y'all. I got a good guest on here. I've been following this guy for a long time. It's an honor to have this guy on my live. Bro, I appreciate the content. Wow.
No, I'm here to learn. I've been meaning to talk to
Morris
I've been
Lighthouse.
meaning to talk to
Hey,
Pastor for a long time.
I'm loving
Wow.
this room right now. This is lovely.
y'all,
Man, I got some real kings on my live right now. Y'all don't
Hey, it's
understand.
real trill in here right now. Like, yes, I love it.
Wow.
Like everybody,
The
the big thing
27
I
people
tell,
that's in this room right now, you need
Woo,
to
y'all
follow everybody on this panel.
hey,
woo,
For
look,
hey,
real.
let's
Cause
talk about
man,
let's talk about the secured party creditor process.
let's do
The
it.
theory behind it is good, as in creating a trust. The problem is is the theory on the name. It's not your name. So what authority do you have to do some of the processes you're doing? For example, you can't do a security agreement with yourself. That's how the system looks at it. How do you get around that? When you create your trust, you go get two LLCs. You have one LLC as the holding company that has everything in trust. Okay.
I was just
You
speaking
get
about this.
you get the other LLC as the trustee for the trust. Okay. Now, you register your LLCs, both of them in New Mexico. Get you a registered agent. Then you do your DBA, say CEO of one LLC, general manager of the other LLC. Okay.
Jeez.
Now you're completely legal and you don't have to do a security agreement. But if you want the LLC to do a security agreement, they can. Because why? Now it's not between yourself as the system looks at it, right? Now the next thing is the UCC1. If it's their property and they tell you it's their property, where have you established your security interest? Have you done an administrative process saying, hey, you didn't actually, the principal never met with me to clarify my role as the agent. And since slavery and involuntary servitude is illegal under the Northwest Ordinance, you owe me back pay, and do the administrative process. Now, hey, Morris, if you're tapping the screen, it don't do no good. You're
All
you're
right.
in the box. You're in the box. The algorithm doesn't. It only works with people out that are not in the box.
Right, right.
Oh damn! I was over here tapping like crazy.
Somebody taught me that because I was doing the same thing.
Okay. Well, it's good to
They
know.
consider that artificial interaction.
It makes sense. Right, right.
Yeah. Now, if you're not in the box talking and you're viewing and commenting, then yeah, tap the screen. So now, once you've established a security interest, you can do a UCC. You see what I'm saying? And that's through the administrative process because why? The Northwest Ordinance is the law. That's also called the Ordinance of 1787. The 13th Amendment is not law. The 13th Amendment is public policy. It was never passed by law, it was passed by resolution. And you can find that in the statutes at large. Okay? So there's a lot of things that are taught out there that's not exactly the theory behind them sounds correct when you look at the certain laws they're quoting. But when you don't read the congressional records and you don't know the finer points of what's been set up since 33, that's when you start finding out what's really going on. I mean, their logic after Proclamation 2039 and after the congressional record of March 9th, 1933, the logic of the laws they passed was phenomenal. That's when they started passing, HJR 192, which, yes, they repealed it and immediately repassed it. But you go look at the Social Security Act, you go look at the Trust Indenture Act of 1939, and all these different acts that they passed around that time was to set everything up to work as it is. And the problem is we're not reading the records to see how it applies. We just think it applies to us because we see something that looks like our name. It's no different than Microsoft Incorporated. Is Microsoft its first name and Incorporated its last name? No, it's a business. It's a trust. It has trustees. And I sit down. My dad actually paid two $500 hour attorneys $2,000 for me to have this similar conversation with them to see if they could punch a hole in what I'm saying. And when I got to the point of the social, I held it up and I said, "Is that my name?" And the guy said, "Well, I presume it is." The younger attorney, the older attorney didn't say nothing. And the younger attorney said, "Well, I presume it is," and I flipped it over on the back and said, I read that all important sentence. It says, "This card is property of Social Security Administration and must be returned if we ask for it." Right? And I looked at the attorney and I said, "How can that be my name if I don't own it?" And he said, "I see your problem. I see what you're saying. See, that when it says this card, is it the piece of paper or is it the name in the account? It's not the piece of paper, it's the name in the account. Because the
Author.
paper wouldn't exist without the name in the account."
So, Pastor, I got a question for you. Okay, so I joined your Telegram, right? And there's just
Yeah,
so much in there. Can you direct me to like where I get the books that you were just talking about earlier? Art of Passing the
yeah.
Buck.
Well, hold on one second. Let's see. You said what now? Heating and ventilation, and air conditioning.
Yeah, control head temperature, mix HVAC, blend motor, in wrong position or jammed.
I wonder if it's jammed because it wouldn't have nothing to do with that high pressure switch, would it?
Could be. I don't know. I don't mess with AC stuff. I'm not AC certified, so I don't mess with it.
Okay. It might be jammed because earlier when I turned the truck on, um,
The name of his
and I
Telegram called
turned and I
hit
would
his Bible.
crank the
His
truck
Bible.
earlier, it
His
automatically
Bible.
blowed hot air, and I had to turn it off, turn it back on. Now, if you go to my link tree, now you asked where's the files at, Morris. Um,
Yeah.
if you get into my discussion group, are you in the discussion group?
I don't know. I'll need to check that real quick.
Fuel low, 38.
Yeah, DEF fuel's like below a half a tank.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just saying that one code.
If you're in my discussion group, they're in the files section. Just search for Art of Passing the Buck.
What was the last time you done regen?
He said in his Telegram, click
Not
where it
sure.
say more, and you should be able to see the links.
If you're in my Telegram on the main page and you only see 3, if you tap on the name at the top, you should see a discussion bubble. And under that discussion bubble, that gets you applied to the chat group. I'll go in and approve you after that. And then once you approve you, then you can go through the files section in the chat group where they're at.
Can you do a regen with your truck, or you need to do a portrait?
Well, I can if it lets me.
If it lets you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do a regen.
Is that what that
Well,
is?
it probably gonna let you because your fluid are low.
The fluid ain't low.
That fuel.
It's above 3/8. But I can't do it right here. I need to pull out as soon as he's done. We're going to check and see. I don't want to run over him. Yeah, both volumes are is in the files section. Yeah, yeah. Malibu Dallas. He's been in there looking at the files I've been sharing with him too.
Yeah. I end up joining some W4 sandwich page from there. It's like
I have a problem with the W4. I'm not saying it's not the
I was
theory.
about to ask you about that. It's like, what is that all about? Because I haven't
Now,
really gone over it yet.
huh? We can see if it'll do it on its own. But I'm gonna have to shut the door no matter what, unless. The W4, the theory behind it. I like the theory because it goes back to what I've been saying. Okay, as in you're the agent. Okay, there's under the law of agency, you have 2 agents. You have an express agency and an implied agency. Okay? An express agency requires an oral or written agreement. Well, guess what? The principal never came to you and said, hey, are you doing blah, blah, blah? Right?
Right.
But the implied agent actually doesn't require it's based on deductions and inferences of the facts of the case, words and actions. Okay? So what that means is, now think about it. You've got a personal checking account, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's it say on the signature line? Authorized representative. But nobody ever asked the question, authorized representative of what?
Yeah.
No, it won't do it. Yeah. Try it, because got to get this light off. The other thing is the back of the social. It says it's theirs.
Authorized.
Vital records says the birth record is theirs. So if it's all the state's property, what is the relationship to that property? Okay.
So would this go back to being beneficiary?
Where's your evidence that you're the beneficiary?
Wouldn't it
A
be?
guy,
I'll go ahead.
a guy in my group, Tim, he called Social Security office, the 800 number, and he said, "Am I the beneficiary?" They said, "Yes, you are." He said, "Would you send me that in writing?" "Oh, no, we can't."
Need to start recording all their stuff just like they record ours.
Man, wow.
I
So
do it every time, trying to tell you.
he told the main office said you got to go to your local office. So he goes down to the local office. The local office, he asks the same question. Am I the beneficiary of this account? Oh, well, yes, you are, but not yet. You haven't reached the proper age. Well, then that raises the next question. If I'm not the beneficiary yet, then who is?
Mm.
See, I did a FOIA request with the SSA and I asked 3 questions. Who's the grantor? Who's the beneficiaries? And who is the registered agent? And I cannot get them to answer that question.
Yeah, they're not going to.
Sweets,
Why is that?
because if they tell you on record that you are the beneficiary, it changes the nature of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Look at
Mm.
liability. Liability flows this way. If you're the agent and you don't do your job, you volunteer for liability. If you're the beneficiary and you hold no liability unless the trustees didn't do their job. So that means the beneficiaries can sue the trustee. The registered agent can't.
Wow.
Now, Sweets, if you're in Boslikos Nomos, the main group, tap the name, not the pinned messages, the name. It'll bring a menu up. It'll say either discussion or create discussion. That little discussion bubble, that's how you get to the chat. And I will have to approve your request when I go on there later. Unless my wife goes in and approves them. Because she's an admin. I've got, what's his name, said Private Citizen talks about this. Well, who do you think's teaching Private Citizen? That's why he's an admin in my group. So now, the duty of the agent, the sole duty of the agent is to forward all notices, all demands, and all processes to the principal. Okay? Who's the principal? They tell you who the trustees are.
Hold on, say that again.
The sole duty of the registered agent is to do what? Forward all notices, all demands, and all processes to the principal. When you get a statement in the mail and there's a coupon attached, what did they just send you? They sent you a notice, the statement, and a demand, the coupon. Go look up a coupon in Black's Law Dictionary. You'll find out it's a demand for payment at some certain time.
Mm-hmm.
They sent you a
So,
notice and demand.
so you say who would be the principal?
Yeah, it's on the Social Security Administration website.
Okay.
Type into Google SSA Board of Trustees and look for the word signatories. It'll either say signatories, depending on your browser, or it will say signatories to the trustee reports. And you can see the list of trustees all the way back to 1945. And I'll explain it since Morris, you wasn't in here earlier.
Okay.
The Secretary of the Treasury is the first trustee. That's the managing trustee. Why? The logic is simple. The bank. Okay. The second trustee is the Department of Labor. Okay. When you fill out a W-4 for employment and you put the name and you put the social and you put the address, who's the employee? Is it you or is it the trust?
Trust.
That's right. Because under the 14th Amendment, all corporations, businesses, and trusts are legal person having equal protection under the law. Right?
Right.
The address you put down is for the office of the agent.
Mm.
Now, the third trustee is the Secretary of Health and Human Services. Why? Title IV funding. Who gets the Title IV funds of Social Security? The state. You want to know who the beneficiary is? Look where the money's going. So that means if you're not the grantor, and you're not the trustees, and you're not getting a distribution, so you're not the beneficiary, that means you're the agent, and you're not doing your duty. And everybody's sitting around doing all these magical processes thinking this is how to fix it. No, start doing your duty. Start doing your job. Health and Human Services, otherwise CPS, Child Support, Department of Social Services, all those organizations.
So based off what you're saying, our duty would technically be accounting, just setting off, right?
Yeah, that's what
Wow.
me and D. That's what me and D and Eon was talking about today. When someone goes through a foreclosure, what does the bank do? They bring their accounting. Guess what? You never do. You don't bring your accounting.
Mm.
And D just told me today that you're not supposed to be using their forms. You're supposed to be creating your own form. And there is a process with the OMB office to create your own forms and get an OMB number on it.
That's funny that you said that because I think I saw something about the Amish. They have their own OMB form or something catered to them.
And so what we're looking at is create. Now you can't claim it as your form, but you can create it because in IRS publication 901 or 908, one of those two forms, it might be in both. Okay. I'd have to ask D, but she was reading those, and in that, it's in one of those publications. It tells you that you're not supposed to use their forms. You're supposed to create your own.
Wow.
So hey, are we not supposed to be reporting how much credit the trust is giving to these corporations when we go out and pay bills and give them the coupon back on top of that? Yeah, But guess what? The Treasury can't balance the books or zero out the account because why? We're not
There's
reporting to
no.
the Treasury how much credit these corporations are getting.
Yeah, so we're not
And
assessing.
that's right. So we're not doing our job. Now, this is where we get back to the W-4. The principle behind the W-4 is that. But in my opinion, I don't think it's the right form. If you're going to do anything, do something similar to a 1099 NEC, non-employment compensation.
Mm.
And right now, I've
And
got
that's on.
a cover letter I'm working on to accept the office and notify them that, hey, here's your responsibility. It's your trust. And if you're acting in good faith, they can't hold you liable for what you're doing in good faith based on the law. You want to see the $30 trillion debt drop? People need to start doing their responsible duties and so the government can. Now, you know about CPNs, credit privacy numbers, right?
Not too
There's
much
a,
about them.
okay, well, on the FBI website, let's see here. You have to learn to not only pay attention to what is said, but pay attention to what's not said, right?
All right.
Now, let's see here. Now, this right here, I want you to pay close attention to this paragraph. Credit privacy numbers are 9-digit numbers that follow the same algorithm as a Social Security account number, okay? Currently, federal law allows individuals to legally use CPNs for financial reporting and protects those individuals who do not wish to disclose their SSAN. Individuals who acquire CPNs, here's where they tell you the trick. Individuals who acquire CPNs are completely responsible for any debt they incur using this number. Now, why do they not say that for the social?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
do. If it's a
completely.
trust, and the trustees are the responsible parties.
If it's a trust, trustees are responsible party.
Because trustees are the legal owner for the property.
Okay, I'm follow that.
Okay, you follow that. Then who settles the bills for the trust?
You
The
just did what?
trustees.
God, that's too much to learn.
It really is.
Just like, cause I've been following Yusuf for like years, and he's been on trust for the longest.
For a
And
long time.
Yeah.
I'm
I
putting it all
purchased
together, but as soon as
I
I
pur-
think I know something, like it never stops.
look, I purchased all his webinars just about. So yeah,
Hmm.
I learned a lot from him. And I've actually, not trying to toot my horn, I really feel like I've surpassed him because he's stuck on certain things. The secured party creditor process. Well, now I
Hmm.
look back on it, and I've done it. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
I've done the process.
Yeah.
I've done GSA bonds. I've done the secured party creditor process. I've done this, that, and the other. Now, CPN Online says fraud waiting to happen, but did I not just read it from the FBI website? It's legal.
You
They
just
just don't
like
tell
you
you
like
how
you
to
said,
get one.
yeah, like you just read is like you're responsible for everything.
Yeah, but they don't tell you that about the social because why?
They are
It's
the trust.
because the trust,
They'll
the
tell you that because
trustees,
the liability is held by the trustee. That's why.
yeah, They will let you volunteer to be the liable party. It doesn't matter if it's in court. It doesn't matter if it's the freaking car loan. You know, everybody's online freaking out because Biden is trying to forgive the the student loans, right?
Uh-huh.
You know what I tell people? I said, little secret, you didn't owe them to begin with.
Oh, Pastor. So hold on. So that's why some people go to court under the Powerful Appointment Act and assign people the judge itself as trustees.
No, no, you don't have the authority to do that. It's not your trust.
Oh.
Let me tell you a story that I did recently, and maybe it'll make sense. I went through a DOT inspection and got a ticket because my reverse light was out. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that was February 21st this year. The supposed court date was March 28th. Well, March 16th, I called the clerk and I said, "Ma'am, I need to speak to the court clerk." She said, "Well, there's three of us here." I said, "Well, ma'am, I need to speak to the one that manages the courthouse to make sure everything runs smoothly." She said, "Oh, that'll be me." I said, "Okay, ma'am, I need to verify your EIN because I've got a debt instrument in my possession and I need to file taxes on this document." And she
Mm-hmm.
says, "Well, yeah, you got to do that." And I read the EIN number, and she says, "Well, I can't verify that's what that is. You might have to talk to Barbara down at the town hall." I said, "Well, I'll get her number here in a moment." I said, "My next question is I need to know the penal sum for this instrument." She says, "Well, I don't know what that is or how to get it." So I give her the instrument number. She says, "Are you giving me a ticket number?" I said, "Ma'am, if you believe that's what it is, that's on you." I said, "The way I see it is a instrument of value or a debt instrument, which means under 18 USC 8, it's an obligation of the United States." And she says, "Are you the name?" And she, asked about the name. And I said, "Ma'am, that name is owned by the United States. They are the secured party in this matter, and I'm just a registered agent. And it is my duty to notify the principal of anything that affects his interest."
Mm.
And she says, "Can you hold a minute?" And she come back about 2 minutes later and says, "Well, that matter's been sealed and dismissed."
I
And I
swear, I
said,
just did the same thing, Pastor, the other day. It's crazy you talking about it.
now, everything I said was completely legal. Everything I
Mm-hmm.
said I could prove in court. I just never had to go to court. And I never filed a stitch of paper. So when I told her, I said, "Now, ma'am, will you please send the signed order to the address you have on file? Because why? That's the agent's office." And she said, "Oh, no, I can't just send that to anybody. You're going to have to verify who you are." I said, "You'll have a letter in the mail next week." She, now,
God.
I made her butt pucker when she got my letter. You know how I know that?
Oh.
She got my letter on the 24th. She printed the order the 24th. The 24th is a Thursday from way upstate New York, probably 2 hours from the Canadian border. Okay? I live way down south. She got that letter on the 24th, and all I did was rehash the phone call and said the court has 10 days to send said order. And she printed it that day, and she was either at the post office that day or she was there Friday morning, express mail. It was at my house the day of court on the 28th.
I
And
need
my
to get
dad
like
called
that.
me. Yeah, my dad called me when the letter come in because I told him to be on the lookout. He said, "Yeah." I said, "Send me a picture of it," and it said sealed and dismissed. They sealed the record after what I did.
Hey, Pastor, can you explain from the other line we had the other day about the certificate organ of title?
Oh, the manufacturer certificate of origin?
Yes, because
That's
I
your
got
true that's
I,
your
I
true ownership document, not the certificate of title. No, I didn't go to court. On the ticket, no, I never went to court. I never filed any stitch of paper into the courts.
So one phone call took care of everything.
Yeah,
That's
the government owns the name, and I give
hmm
them the responsibility.
Hey King, I'm gonna need you to send this to me.
Okay,
I would need you to download this live and send it to me.
man, it's fire, bro. I promise it is.
There's so much stuff I gotta go study.
You should go to my Rumble channel. I post a lot of the lives we have on Rumble. I posted 2 of them today.
Okay, Rumble. I need to get on that too.
I got 3 more to post as soon as I can from the last few lives we've done.
Somebody said they need help with their student loan.
The first look, I can tell you what to do and how to do it, but you got to understand how to defend it. That's why when I teach a class, I tell people the first thing to do is go to archive.org and look up the term law of agency.
Hey Ray, why you keep
And
bringing Uncle Sam? Uncle Sam ain't got nothing to do with what we speaking about.
under the if you go to archive.org and type in law of agency, you can find books that actually will teach you about the law of agency for free. Yeah, that's the foundation because everything in the fiction world is agency. I
hmm
mean, can Microsoft Incorporated do anything if it has no agents? No. The contract that created it's going to sit on a desk and collect dust.
Yeah, I have
What is it?
administrative law. I have administrative law book right in front of me. In the first sentence of the book, it says modern government is administrative government.
Yeah. Now, archive singular, archive no s, archive.org. Um, See, everybody thinks what the government's doing is unconstitutional, but nobody's ever picked up the book, the United States Constitution with Analysis and Interpretation, and read it. So, how do
Whew.
they really know that it's unconstitutional? Because I can prove that most everything the government does is absolutely constitutional. Now, the individual might be corrupt, but the government as a whole is neutral. It's our ignorance that gets us in trouble. No, they haven't read the Constitution. You're right. That's my wife right there, by the way. That's my baby doll.
And most of them haven't read state constitution or know what that is.
Yeah, you got 2 constitutions. You got a state constitution, you got a federal constitution. But nobody, no, they say, well, they're violating my rights. Well, you don't even know what they are.
hmm
Look up on archive.org the law of agency. Okay, that's going to be your foundation. I mean, look, I was going to say a second ago, what is a state? A state is nothing but a stack of papers with a agreed upon border. Okay, can that stack of papers do anything without agents? No.
Nope.
Wow.
So when you read the law of agency and you get a good grasp of that, and then when you move over into the law of trust, you start saying, oh, wait a minute. The trustee is the agent for the trust working on behalf of the beneficiary. Now, in law, you got 3 types of agents. You got a general agent, a special agent, and a universal agent. The CEO of Microsoft or the governor of the state of whatever is the universal agent. They can do everything in the state, but through delegation of powers doctrine, what do? They appoint special agents. Could it be a treasurer? The treasurer would be a special agent. But see, a universal agent has to have a written contract. That's why you're not the universal agent. The general agent can do all the business for the trust, but still has to report to the principal. So, for example, you're to go out and write all these promissory notes and create all these securities. Okay? Because why? You're helping the trust make money. But if you don't report it to the trustee on the amount of credit you're issuing, how can the trustee balance the books?
Mm.
Okay.
That make a whole lot of sense, Pastor.
Yeah, and that's why I told you the other day there, Russ. I said, what you know about consumer law and what they say they can't do, now do you see why they can't do it?
Because, like I just said earlier, we're only the registered agents, and there's things being the fact that we're not the trustee of our. I mean, we're not the beneficiary of our trust. They can't do certain things to us that they could do to the trustee.
That's
And so,
right.
since everything that consumer law tells, from what I understand from consumer law, it says that the federal government says that they can't do to us. It's not because they can't do it to us. It's because they do it to the trustee
That's
and the
right.
board of trustees. And that when that I never bothered to question um, why consumer law the way it was the way it was. Because when I first started to read the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, the Truth in Lending Act, and the other act that I won't dare to speak on here, the first law of the act pretty much told me that Congress knew in the 70s that these financial institutions and the lending system and the debt collecting system was flawed. When I'd
Yeah.
seen that, I was like, okay, now I'm dealing with something, and now I have to immerse myself into it. But after knowing it the way I do now, and after that conversation we had last week, now I have a exponentially amount of knowledge about the situation itself, as the to use the word you said earlier, universal knowledge as when it comes to this point.
Hey, you know how they've been teaching us that they got rid of gold and they they got rid of lawful money, right? They didn't get rid of gold. They redefined
Yeah,
what gold was.
they
And
redefine this.
yeah, in the congressional record, March 9th, 1933. Anybody can go read it themselves. Okay? It says in this one sentence, under the Federal Reserve Act, obligations, that word obligations is key, that are deposited as the security and gold for reserve notes are placed in the hands of the Federal Reserve agent. So now think about it. What are the obligations? The obligations are the security and gold.
Mm.
Now you go to that's on page 80 of the record or page 5 of the PDF. But if you go to no, that was page 2. If you go to page 5 of the PDF or page 82 of the document, if you get the bigger document, it says under the new law, the money singular, is issued to the banks in return for government obligations, bills of exchange, drafts, notes, trade acceptances, and bankers' acceptances. See, that's the list of the new gold right there. See what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Now, you notice they say money singular. Do you know there's one thing Congress has never done? They have never denominated the money. They only said the money will be worth 100 cents on the dollar. So what do they give you? They give you a penny dollar, a quarter dollar, a $50, a dollar, a $20, a $10. It's all a dollar. Now let that sink in for a second. Now it says the money will be worth 100 cents on the dollar. So that means that if you know how to handle your business, that means that penny dollar is worth 100 cents. That quarter dollar is worth 100 cents. That half dollar is worth 100 cents. That $1, that $5, that $10, that $20, you name it. They never denominated the money.
So would that explain why stamps have monetary value?
They are an obligation of the United States.
Aha, makes sense.
Well, let's go here.
So is the post office? So that means is the post office almost considered as a bank?
Yeah,
It
they
is a
are a
bank.
bank.
It's a
Mm.
financial institution.
Hmm. They issue money orders. So
It's
Now let's read this. This is 18 USC 8, obligations of the United States defined. It's called obligations or other security of the United States defined. The term obligation or other security of the United States includes all bonds, certificates of indebtedness, national bank currency, Federal Reserve notes, Federal Reserve bank notes. What did I mention earlier? Coupons,
hmm
United States notes, Treasury notes, gold certificates, silver certificates, fractional notes, certificates of deposit. You want to go down to the bank and get you a CD. Bills, checks, drafts for money, drawn by or upon authorized officer of the United States, stamps, or other representatives of value of whatever denomination issued under any act of Congress and canceled United States stamps. The post office is uh, that's a if then statement when you say the post office is federal. Because I've got a guy in my group, he lives out in Colorado. He goes by Cite Your Authority. He has a document that he shared showing you that he will ask people the question in Colorado, how many post offices do you think Colorado has? You'll have people say 1,000. He says, oh, you're close. But then he'll go to Title III of the Colorado Code, and there's only 3 post offices. There's only 3 post offices listed where they show that they ceded the jurisdiction to those post offices to the land. That means every other one is a corporation acting as a post office. And if you want to do business with the federal government, you need to find those post offices that have jurisdiction in your state. And they are not always easy to find. Oh, you're fine, Majestic. I figured it might have been a question. That's why I shared the information I shared. And y'all would like him. He's been at it longer than I have.
God.
it's a lot to learn, man. I tell you that.
Look, I look at the same way as I do the Bible. If I'm going to say I believe the Bible, that means it's a lifestyle change. And the Bible says that the law is a schoolmaster, right? So
Hmm.
that means the study of law is a lifestyle change too.
Definitely is. It's beautiful though.
It is. Once you start seeing the little man behind the curtain, you start realizing what's really going on, and it's no longer scary.
What's that? The Wizard of Oz.
So I'm looking
That's
at 31
right.
USC. Oh,
31
yeah.
USC what?
5312, the definition of financial agency or financial
Is that the
institution. There's so many listed
hold
here.
up, hold up, hold up, hold up. 31. I was looking for that. Which one did you say? 1352? No, what you
53, 31 USC section 5312,
I was
5312.
looking for that the other day.
Wow.
And look, you just popped in here and told me, "Hey, now, does it
Hey,
does
hey,
it
hey,
not say
boys
let
like
me
how post comment.
I
Hold on,
knew
say
I
that
had
again.
found it.
Post it in the comments. Okay, he found Jennifer put it in there.
Okay.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Yeah, and I have it high because I'm looking through my old folder, and I had this for years, like when I first started. So I have a whole bunch of highlighted, and I forgot I highlighted. At T, it says a business engaged in vehicle sales, including automobiles, airplanes, and boat sales. So that just tells me that a car dealership, a financial institution.
Well, you want me to blow your mind?
Go ahead.
Go read Proclamation 2039. When you start really understanding Proclamation 2039, the congressional record of March 9th, 1933, guess what? You are a bank. You are a private banker. For example, when you go fill out a note, what are you doing? You're issuing a, now go back to what it said. Any representative value of any denomination, when you
Yep.
put that note up there, it has a value to it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the reason why Congress has never denominated the money. You
Yeah.
are a
So
private banker.
that says it right here in this same code. C, it says a private banker, and then K, financial institutions mean an issuer, redeemer, or cashier of traveler checks, money orders, or similar instruments.
Yeah, James A. Trafficant speech. Yeah, that right there. Because why? They've been in Chapter 11 bankruptcy ever since 1933.
Yeah, definitely go pull that one up because it gives you the definition of all financial institutions.
Yeah, and it even says United States Postal Service in number V.
Yep.
Persons, look, persons involved in real estate
Real estate.
closings and settlements.
Wow.
When you sit down at a closing table, it doesn't matter. You could take that table to your grandma's house. The minute you sit down at the table and fill out those documents, you were at a financial institution.
God, there's so much in here. Because I'm thinking about everything you just talked about, and it's like it's all here.
Yeah. If you accept credit cards, you are a financial institution.
Pastor, that's another law that ties into consumer law because financial institutions are supposed to let us, the consumers, know that we have the right to disclose information to non-affiliated third parties. And in this case, non-affiliated third party would be anyone who the financial institution we did business with deems necessary to share information with.
But
So
let
being
me
the
ask
fact
you
that the
this,
post
Russ.
office, being the fact that all these entities are like that, actually puts a new angle on what I know because I was under the assumption that a post office, I know I knew they were a bank, but I didn't consider them to be a financial institution in that right. But now knowing that, we going after everybody who's sharing our information. Everybody.
Now, hold on now. Which is stronger, being a private banker or a consumer?
Or
Mm,
what?
Or a consumer? Which is stronger, being a private banker
I'll
or
say
a
a private banker.
consumer? Yeah.
private bank.
See, what you got to realize is the reason the consumer laws, and you're getting it, you're starting to
Yeah.
get it. that the reason the consumer laws are written the way they're written is because you were actually a private banker. You were issuing securities to these companies because under the UCC, what does it say? Anything with a maturity date of 9 months or less is a promissory note. Anything with
Mm-hmm.
a maturity of greater than 9 months is a security.
Hmm.
That's the new money. That's the new gold, and you are issuing these all the time.
Yeah, and that's also under
Yeah.
15 USC 78C.
See, a lot of people, they have this misconception that everything is Federal Reserve notes. No, it's not. Federal
Not
Reserve notes is just one form of payment. When you walk into Walmart, you've got an option. You can use Federal Reserve notes. You can use a check card. You can use a credit card. You can use a money order. You can use a bill of exchange. They're all different forms of money.
man. I sure appreciate you, Pastor. 'Cause, man, it's like school every time you come on, man. I promise you.
Yeah, I had some light bulbs go off. Like I'm
Man, hey,
looking at everything now.
no,
Everything now is like, oh my God.
man.
I had
See,
all this right in front of me.
look, none of us know all the law. We all know bits and pieces. I can come in and fill in blanks you didn't know you had. Now you see it. Now you can take it and go forward. Just like Russ and King, they're going to know things I don't know about what they're good at. They're going to fill in blanks in that area that I don't know. And in that aspect, we all become better.
right,
Hmm.
man.
Yeah, so UCC 3-105 issue of instrument. Issue means the first delivery of an instrument by the maker or drawer. So, like you said, when you signing promissory notes, you're really issuing them a security.
Yep. Now, all you got to do is read the government's documents. They will tell you everything on how the system works. We got to stop listening to the idiots out there. You know, the one I bash on the most, David Strait and Anna Von Reitz. I can't stand them. Stop listening to what these people say. Start reading the government's documents. That's why I go and tell everybody, look, this is what I've learned. This is where you can read it at.
Exactly.
Hi, you guys.
What's
Hello.
going?
No, if you want to hide the truth, put it in a book.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I like about you, pal. When you come on, you don't hide from you know different questions that people ask you, and you go straight to the point. And that's one thing I do like about you, man. And I sure do respect the knowledge that you have.
Hey, I tell you what, you need to go and do your correction on the birth certificate, by the way.
Explain
You need
that.
to,
Well, yeah,
well,
explain, explain.
for one, now if you go to Fearless Floyd's channel and scroll through his videos on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, stuff like that, you'll find a short video that's called doing your delivery receipt for warehouse goods. He did that video because of me. I sent him the template I got from my Westlaw account. Okay. Yeah, Fearless Floyd. When you got the birth certificate and they mailed it to you, what is it? It's a negotiable instrument. It's their property. But guess what you never did? You never sent them a receipt for that negotiable instrument.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
When you got it authenticated, you did not. Remember, you've heard acceptance and acknowledgement.
So you hold on, whoa, wait a minute, Pastor. Wait a minute. Run that back again. People didn't hear you. Oh shit!
You've heard the term acceptance and acknowledgement, right?
Hmm.
Wow. Oh fuck.
So I shared what I found because me and Eon was having a conversation. I went to my Westlaw account. And I started digging around based on what Eon was talking about. I found a form that is called a delivery receipt for warehouse goods.
Wow.
That is your acceptance. If there are errors in the documents, you write it on that delivery receipt.
Hmm.
Okay? So we're not doing our commercial affairs already. Yeah, it's a delivery receipt for warehouse goods.
Wow.
And so
So
is that where you do like the correction of your address? Because they only have the
no,
address. No, okay.
no, no, you do the correction of the birth date. That is a registered organization. Its birth date was the file date. Not
Mm-hmm.
only that, you want to
Okay.
collect, you want to
Okay.
correct, you also want to correct the race.
Okay.
You don't want to have a race. Race is dealing with slavery. White,
Okay.
black, Caucasian, Indian, all those races. You're a man or woman created in the image of God. You don't have a race.
And
Exactly.
that's why it's in the Census Bureau under the Department of Commerce.
Yep. That's
I
true.
ask people, hey, I tell people this all the time. I say, look, it says we were made from the dust of the earth. We were made from the clay. Why are we arguing over the color of clay? What color does your spirit have?
Mm.
So
Mm.
so on that delivery receipt,
Yeah,
you would say correction race and correction birth date, right?
yeah, it tells you that on the delivery receipt. If there are errors, you write it down here.
Oh
I
my
want to know where you
God.
found it.
Where I
That's what I
found it,
want to know. Yeah, you said Westlaw, but like what document or
you,
whatever?
you'd be blown away if I told you, if I showed you what all I have in Westlaw.
Because I
But didn't
definitely
you
want to.
say it
Because
was
when I go to a law library, that's
reposted?
all I'm getting on is Westlaw.
Yeah,
Didn't you say it was reposted on Fearless Floyd's site though?
the video is on his YouTube channel is where he actually took that form and modified it to fit what he did. Okay, but I
Ah,
can definitely on my Telegram group make sure I post that document.
wow. Okay.
Now, if you want proof, look, when it comes to the registered organization aspect, go look up a video on YouTube. It's called Bankruptcy and Revised Article 9 Part 1. I
Hmm.
recommend watching them in their entirety.
It's on
Okay?
YouTube.
Yeah, it's two parts. This is the Federal Judicial Center. The Federal Judicial Center is the freaking school that judges go to.
Mm.
Okay? And
And
they're
it's
explaining it's, yeah,
revised
revised
Article 9.
Article 9. That is Article
Okay.
9 of the UCC. Okay? So it's bankruptcy and revised Article 9, Part 1. Okay?
Okay.
At the 43-minute mark, Ms. LaRouche is talking about the registered organization. And the guy 2 spots to her right pops off and says, yes, and some say the state issues a birth certificate.
Hmm.
But if you listen to it from the beginning, I think it's at the 8-minute mark, the short, gray haired, balding guy, he talks about the securities and what they're doing in the courts. And he says that it's to be able to take the trustees' property, and they all giggle.
Yeah.
Because if you go in there trying to make decisions for the trust and you're not the trustee, guess what? They get to take the property.
Yeah.
Mm.
I read something today about the trustee versus the executor. You know, it's Janet Yellen. I was looking stuff up about that, and it said if you're the executor, you can't make decisions for the trust. And I was like, what? I didn't know that.
But well, let's tell you this: under the Trust Indenture Act of 1939, which last amended was May 15th of 2022, it actually tells you that the obligor has to bring the trustee forward. I'll give you a real life example that people actually somewhat know about. Think of when you go into bankruptcy and you go get a bankruptcy attorney. What title do they call themselves in court? Trustee.
Trustees. Yep.
See, the obligor is the social. But guess who never appears in court? Anybody ever seen a civil or criminal or family court case where the trustees show up?
No.
No, you go in there and plead guilty to the first thing you don't have any knowledge of, the name. People out there saying it's because they make you the trustee. No, they don't. Go look up a word in the dictionary called trustee de tort. They're charging you under trustee de tort because why? You are using the property of another that you don't have the authority to use, and you're using it to their detriment. Now, why? Under the Trading with the Enemy Act, we're creating all this public debt, and they can't balance the books because we're not saying, hey, trustees, here, this is the credit we've been issuing. Please balance the books. Now, if you're going to be the executor, look, you got a lot of people out there teaching, go to the IRS, fill out an EIN, and make yourself the executor. Does that give you any power because you got that EIN? No, you got to go to probate court and get appointed as the executor. Now you have some power.
Man, Pat taking us to school tonight. Man.
Now, King, since everybody wants you to send them live, I'll tell you what. Let's make it
Man.
easy. You get me the live, I will put it
Okay.
on my Rumble channel for everybody.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
That's fair.
See,
Well,
this stuff ain't hard. I mean,
man, it ain't.
once you see the little man behind the curtain, you start saying, wow, this gets really simple. If it's
Hey,
complicated, it's probably
he,
wrong.
he's speaking of the Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz was all about the banking system.
Yep. And the Tin Man was who, Pastor?
Now that I'm not sure, but I know who the straw man was. I know
Well,
what
the
the yellow
Tin
brick
Man,
road
Tin Man
was.
was tax identification number.
10. Damn, I
10.
should have known that.
Yeah.
I did not even think of 10.
Yeah, 10. Yeah.
And Oz is opportunity zones.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Yep.
Now you got to go watch it again.
Hey, see, a lot of people miss a whole lot of gems in that movie. It was telling you what was going on with the whole banking system.
But now,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I recommend getting your TIN if you answer the questions right.
Hey, I agree.
I showed Russ this. I'm not going to do it on here.
Yeah. Do you do private consultations or anything?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Man, Pastor Monster, boy.
Yes, I do. I do Zoom classes. I'm actually scheduling 2 this month. Those 2 classes are going to be $70 a piece because I got to compensate them for their time. Russ is going to be one of the teachers, and I've got the guy I told you, cite your authority. We're going to do a class on jurisdiction. Those are going to be $70 a piece, so I can compensate them for their time. My normal class, when I don't have a guest, I just charge $35.
Man, but
Okay.
the knowledge that you have, Pastor, is way. I'm talking about, man. It's worth. It's worth
Yeah,
more, man.
yeah, but I don't try to
I understand.
bankrupt people.
Right.
I look at it like this: $35. I get I get 20, 30 people that I can afford to park my truck. You know what I'm saying?
I
Hmm.
looked at your channel, Pastor, and some of this one you did where you were showing you were showing some text messages talking about two people. I won't mention their names, and it was very interesting. It's very
Oh,
interesting.
the video I shared that I put it into a text. You know, TikTok, I
Yeah,
put that video up and they silenced the freaking video.
Wow.
weren't you reading it? I heard it when I thought you read it, or maybe
No, I
you
didn't read
showed
that one. I put
you
music to it's what I did.
you you
I thought
showed
about
the
reading it. Yeah,
yeah
I
you
showed
showed
the
the
evidence.
you showed it, and I had a hard time reading it. It was so little. Sometimes I screenshot it and blow it up, but then you showed it big so we could read it.
Yeah.
And I think you've said this. I think you said this last time that there's a bunch of people out there that, I mean, I've looked up who they work for. One guy, really popular guy, extremely complex what he talks about, and he contradicts himself all the time. He works for the Federal Reserve. And so I'm like, he's got 700 steps. And anyway, it was very interesting what you wrote. And I think that these people are misleading people, you know.
Hmm.
I don't know 100%. I do think David Strait and Anna von Reitz, they're either agents or controlled opposition.
Yeah.
Because one, I show the document for Anna von Reitz where she was the head of Alaska's Planned Parenthood Action Committee. That's their
Yeah.
donation arm. You don't get to the top of that unless you are a player in the game.
Right.
Yeah, it was.
Right.
You said Planned Parenthood. That does it for me.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And
Yeah.
the document I show you. All you got to do is go look it up. You can find it yourself. It's right online.
And
David Strait,
she's
I don't like him because his process. I've watched it put people in jail. And yeah, I do
mm,
believe he's an agent. I'm not going to disclose how I know that because I promised a
Mm.
person I wouldn't. But that's just neither here nor there. But he's making his list and checking it twice. And
mm,
those 87,000 IRS agents they hired. Well, we all know it don't make sense because the IRS doesn't have police powers. So what are they really getting them for? Well, according to what multiple people have told me that have family in government, is they're going after a lot of those people that have gummed up the works. Paper
Hmm.
yeah.
terrorism.
Anna von Reitz spoke. There's something I found online that was very good, and it spoke to me, and I liked it. This group called SEDM. They had something called Path to Freedom, and
I
I
like
liked
I, I
their
like I like their information. I don't agree. I'm not going to tell you I agree because there's so much there. But SEDM's got a lot of really good stuff. And what do they always do? They go to the source, the government's documents.
right. Right. And she was slamming them online, and I really thought they were coming from a good place. And I haven't found anything. The only thing that there was one thing I didn't fully agree with, but it wasn't their paperwork. Their paperwork was solid. It was free. It was very easy to understand, but you had to be careful. You had to learn what they were saying because it was very voluminous or whatever, a
Yeah,
lot
very
of pages,
voluminous. Yes.
but it was correct. And
Hmm.
I thought, well, once you do that, there they can't really there wouldn't be a way to challenge it, and they make them come
I'm
back. They request for the agency to come back rebutting point by point, and then send in 1,000 documents, of this
look.
stuff.
I don't think it should be that complicated.
Yeah.
See, the old teaching out there is that you are the name and you receive benefits, blah, blah, blah. They're trading you. No, they're not. You're
Yeah.
just the agent. You are volunteering for liability by your ignorance. It's their property, it's their trust.
Mm.
I mean, Panky even told me the other day he was at a courthouse filing some papers, and he was talking about the stuff I'm teaching to a buddy of his. And a probate judge overheard his conversation, and he said, "Follow me." And he took him outside the court and had a conversation with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "You're right on everything you said, but you made one mistake." And he said, "Yeah, your mom gave you that name, but you've never taken control of it."
Yeah.
And that's where the stuff I'm working on right now is where that is going to play out at. First step I'm going to do is go get my TIN, and you got to fill out the W-7 correctly, and you got to have all your supporting documents similar to the passport. But you get your
Mm-hmm.
TIN, that automatically proves a separation.
Separate. Right.
And the TIN is yours, not theirs. That's the same thing as the CPN. You
Mm.
don't use it to get credit. You're showing the separation.
Mm.
You've never, see, the United States Supreme Court has said you have the right to declare who you are at any time. Guess what? We've never declared ourselves.
Is there something also called the ITIN?
Well, that's a similar thing, yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
But if you go through their questionnaire thing, their little algorithm, it will tell you if you're eligible. And if you
Mm-hmm.
answer the questions right, you will be eligible. You take that, your birth certificate, and a bunch of other documents that I'll have to walk people through in another place because that's probably one of those things that they don't want in the public. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you walk that down to your local office. You get you a an appointment, and they'll give you your TIN that day.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Then you take
So
that
it's,
TIN and use it for your passport. Use it for your private. Trust me, there is a way to do a private bank, and it is not the way everybody thinks. There is an actual private side to most every bank.
Mm-hmm.
I got a recorded phone call where I actually accidentally got one of those private bankers on the phone call. He said, "How did you get my number?"
oh shit.
And
So
those are
essentially,
the guys that trade the notes and securities.
Right.
everything you're doing is what the Bible says as far as like being in this world but not of it. As far as like getting the
That's right.
okay.
Yeah, you're to be in the world, but not to be of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Malibu Dallas, he was talking about the state national stuff too, and then I got on his live and woke him up, and he's finally he's wanting to join up with me and start learning so he can start helping the people he knows.
And do you go through the domicile stuff where you choose your domicile to be the kingdom of heaven on earth rather
I
than
think
their
you I think
domicile?
you I think you have that right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this some powerful information. Boy, I tell you that.
I mean, look, the First Amendment is first for a reason.
Yes.
My dad did a job one day, and it was at a he does installation work, right? And he goes to this guy's house, and he's an LEO officer that teaches the sovereign citizen movement. And my dad has exempt plates on his vehicle that he's been running for over 6 years. This guy won't
Mm-hmm.
hardly talk to my dad. He sees the plates; they're not state issued. But the guy before my dad left, Dad was kind and courteous, tried to get him to talk, And he looked at my dad, and the last thing he said to my dad was this. He said, look, I'll tell you this. He said, when you go to court, the judge only wants to know, what do you believe? I said, Dad, I tried to tell you the First Amendment is first for a reason. If you go in there claiming to be that name, claiming to be a U.S. citizen, that's your belief. He's not going to tell you no different, but don't complain when you hold the liability and you're not happy with it.
Oh, that's right in my
The
face.
redemption, the redemption manual, it has a lot of good information, bad application.
And again, so what you just explained, I got my Bible right here, and I always go to Proverbs 11:15. He that is
Mm-hmm.
surety for a stranger shall suffer for it, and he that
That's
hateth
right.
suretyship is sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the name of the game. They get you to be surety for a third party.
What? Okay, you want me to explain? It's real simple. What does he push? He pushes UCC this and UCC that. He pushes that it's your name. It's not your name.
Hmm. I read this thing on the, I don't know, it was somehow how linked to the Susticate Trust. And they were asking someone at the Home Office in England, what's the remedy? And they said, well, you have to claim the trust. You have to claim the trust. And then, and then the second thing they wrote was, but we don't want you writing to us anymore, or something to that effect.
Yeah, but
But they did.
the one place nobody goes to do the process right is because most people don't even know to go there.
Mm-hmm,
It's probate court.
mm-hmm.
They're probating the estate. When the birth record was created, because the infant and the baby are not the same. Okay? The infant is only one product of conception, the baby is the other. Only one got recorded, the other did not.
The
The
placenta,
infant being the placenta.
placenta,
Correct.
correct.
And the placenta is a decedent. Okay? Because what is a decedent? A dead thing.
Right.
Okay? And doesn't it not say in the IRS tax codes and manuals that the decedent is the taxpayer?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what happens if you change your name for your birth certificate? It doesn't matter if you change your name. You can. You're still using the decedent's property wrong.
They say you already.
Now, and you were born in D.C. That, to me, that does, if you're naturalized or born in D.C., which makes you technically a U.S. citizen, I still think the laws apply the same way because why? A legal fiction can, they, you are a man or woman created in the image of God. Okay?
Period.
You have the right to declare who you are anytime you're ready. All you got to do is know the rules on how to do things, and you will get out.
Just like the Wizard of Oz, all it takes is some courage.
Yeah. And clicking your heels 3 times.
Pastor, can I ask you what you think of Patrick Devine or Divine?
His information's old. A lot of it's outdated.
Outdated. Yep.
And he still goes to the same problem everybody else goes to. The name. The majority of the people out there always go to, that's my name. Where's your firsthand knowledge?
Hmm.
There ain't but a handful of people that I know that didn't do that. KW was the first one I heard that ever didn't. He actually went to the probate court in Kentucky. And they told him, yep, it's their property. You're the agent. He was the first one, and that was back in 2013. Now, to answer Malibu Dallas when he said federal probate, no. It's going to blow y'all's mind. I had an interesting conversation today. Lady just started working here at the truck stop today, working to learn how to run the. Don't even try that Penn Hollow case. If you're going to quote what Anna Von Reitz has put up about a sovereign and this, that, and the other, it's wrong. That is not a true citation. You need to quit copying and pasting other people's works and go read the case and see if it says it. Penn Hollow versus Dowens does not say what they claim it says. Just like Self versus Ray, just like Rodriguez versus Donovan. Those are false citations, and the people are copying and pasting them, putting them in their court documents, and those citations did not exist till the proliferation of the internet, because you can go to Westlaw and look those phrases up, and it's only since the 2000s those phrases even existed, because people are too quick to copy and paste something that sounds good instead of reading.
There's a lot of those in the right to travel cases too.
Yeah.
And there's another woman online that she was telling everyone to do the 1779, and
Still got the
I think,
alarm up. Still got the alarm. Truck's getting worked on.
oh. Anyway, the 1779, and then somebody came on and said, whatever her name is, I think her name is also Anna. They said, don't follow her, because the 1779 was, I think it was, God, what is it called when it's not in law anymore? And, it's like outdated information. And a lot of people were following that and, going into the state assemblies and all. And I was like, why are you doing that? It didn't make sense.
Huh?
Not saying your crankcase pressure system.
Yeah, I never heard of the 1779 stuff.
It's just it's like a way to do the declaration of, I don't know. I mean, you can look at it, but there was something in the documents that they were showing, and you can find the documents online. You can just put 1779 declaration PDF after it, and you'll find it. And there was something in it that didn't sound correct. It just sounded wrong,
Yeah.
So, but they get these things going kind of where it's almost like they're pushing that online, and it's just, they kind of fell away after a while. But anyway, I was just
That's what
wondering.
I've been noticing. Like you have these different ways of different types of information that pop up.
Yeah. And I think really all you need is, I mean, it's in the Bible, but it's like you have to really interpret exactly what they're saying. But I mean, they do say it in the Bible, like how to do it. So that's why I like SEDM. I like their products a lot.
Yeah, the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and Bill of Rights. What is it? It's a trust indenture. You have a declaration of trust called the Declaration of Independence. You have the rules the trustees have to follow. That's the Constitution. And then you have the rules the beneficiaries get, which is the first 10 amendments. Anything after those 10 is public policy, I would be willing to bet. Because the 13th Amendment is the one I know that was not passed by law, is passed by resolution. A resolution is not law. It's just a mindset of Congress. This is what they think. This is how they want to act. That's why a lot of people that bring up the 13th Amendment, the judge usually might ignore them. But if you bring in the Northwest Ordinance or the Ordinance of 1787, Now you're bringing in the law.
Yeah.
But no, Sovereign Mama, somebody put her in there. I've tried reaching out to her. She don't want to hear it either. She's an Anna follower. They're the hardest people to reach. They really are. I got kicked out of a group because of challenging their information.
Sovereign Mama is the one I was talking about. Her name is also Anna.
Yeah.
I think her first name is Anna. And I liked some of the stuff she said, but it looked like when I realized what she was doing, I thought, well, she's getting people to. It seemed like this is going to sound terrible what I'm about to say, so I got to be careful about my words. She was getting people to do something related to their newborn baby, and it made me very uncomfortable.
Well, it depends on what it
Because
is because
yeah,
I'm of the opinion if both products of conception have to be recorded and the hospital only records one, shouldn't you record your property?
yes, it's not that's not the part that made me
Oh, I know the
uncomfortable.
part you're talking about.
It
Is the
sounded
problem
good.
the
It
problem
just
with Anna's process is they file all their documents on their private server, which means what? It really holds no weight when it comes to government because a gentleman always gives notice.
mhm,
I mean, look, think about it. Go back to medieval times. You had one king going to go visit another king, and his entourage would travel together, right? But what
yeah,
is the first thing he did? He would send a carrier or a messenger and say, "We are arriving in 5 days." That way, the king of that kingdom would see his entourage and realize they're not invading.
right.
The government's the same way. If you're not notifying them who you are, then they're going to make presumptions. They're going to say, "What's up, Cleve dog? I ain't seen you in a while. Where have I been a pastor? I'm a pastor everywhere."
God's agent, 24 hours every day, every day.
Just because I mean, a pastor is not a pastor because he's got a church. A pastor is a pastor because it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And the people are the church. So the church is everywhere.
Yeah, I know, Cleve. Yeah, I'm familiar with Jonah Bay, but some of his information's good, but it's the same problem. The average person out there teaching still goes back to "that's my name." There's a video. There's a video you can find online of John Eric Roca. Not John Eric Roca. Let me see.
About half gallon over, which is gonna be bad.
Yeah. Well, why would that sensor all of a sudden start acting up? Was it attached to the oil pan? Okay. Um, now, sorry, I got distracted.
It's okay.
Now, there's a video online. You can look him up. It's Jake Ehrlich and Johnny Carson. And Johnny Carson is talking with this attorney. And Jake Ehrlich looks at Johnny Carson and says, "What's your name?" He says, "Johnny Carson. How do you know?" "Well, I have a birth certificate." And Jake Ehrlich says, "All hearsay." He says,
Yeah.
"Don't get me wrong." He says, "We know you're here. We know you were born because you're here." He said, "But you've either read it or been told it all your life. It is not something you know of yourself."
Hmm.
And the last thing he said was, "You already pled guilty to something you have no knowledge of."
Can't tell you this much.
What?
You got lessons here on your YouTube together. Like this building thing, guys.
Where at? Can you identify where it's at?
So, according to what Pastor's saying, you're not even the beneficiary of the name, or you are the beneficiary of the name. That's the part I get kind of stuck on.
So, for what my understanding, he says that we're the registered agent.
Oh, okay.
And like, I was kind of confused like you because I hear beneficiary all the time. And so,
Right.
yeah, you need to hear from him, his explanation.
Yeah.
No, what I said is you're not the beneficiary. Where's your evidence?
You're saying we're not?
No. Where's your evidence? If everything is based on evidence and he who makes the claim has the burden of proof, where's your
Mhm.
evidence? You're not the grantor for the trust, right? Because why? A baby, a minor, cannot be a grantor. Where did you make the conscious decision to be the grantor? Right?
Right.
You're not the trustees because the trustees are listed on the Social Security Administration website. Now, the beneficiaries, in my opinion, based on who the trustees are, is the state. That means if you're not the grantor and you're not the trustees and you're not the beneficiary, the only thing you can be is the agent. She won't bite. Yeah. So that means if you're the agent, what's the duty of the agent? No, she won't bite. Did it finally go off?
Yeah, I cleared the codes up. Hurry up, disconnect it from it.
Well, let's crank it up and see if it comes back on.
I'm waiting for you to answer what the duty of the agent is.
No, what you're going to have to do is start studying the law of agency. That's why I said go to archive.org
Okay.
and read and do a search for law of agency. You can get free books
Okay.
that are, they're old books, but guess what? They teach you the principles. Yeah, that's good. So if you start learning what your duty as the agent is, then, and you start acting in that office based on the law, you can't be held liable if you know what you're doing. The
Okay.
trustees are the principal. The principal holds the liability.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you say like our duty is to notify the principal
Well,
of
one in the codes, one of the sole duties, not the only duty, depends on the type of agent. Are you the general agent? No, it didn't come back on. No, it hasn't come back on. Okay. Okay. I said you got the general agent, you got a special agent, and you've got a universal agent. You're not the universal, you're not a special, you're a general agent. And you
Okay.
need to start knowing what your duties are and what your responsibilities are. The one in the statutes of most of the states, it says that the sole duty of the registered agent is to forward all notices, all demands, and all processes to the principal. Well, why are we not doing that? How
Well,
can the
who?
United States balance its books if we're not letting them know who's using the credit?
Yeah, I got it. So
No,
the principal.
I'm gonna
The,
I'm gonna have
oh,
to
you have
cut
to
this
go.
short. I've got to go take
Okay.
care of this bill. So
All
I will
right. Well,
talk to
thank you
y'all
for your
later.
time again.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Yeah. So now, like, I'm left with, well, who's the principal then? I thought we were the principal. So if any of you know.
I got a lot to read, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
come back here later. Hey, King, you still there?
Yo,
Yeah, I'm finna hop off here. Thanks for
all
having
right.
me.
Hey,
I got
appreciate it, bro.
I got a lot to read.
Man, I already know it.
I got like 2 pages of notes over here, so my video is about to be more fire.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm following you, bro. I sure appreciate it, homie.
Yeah, I just followed you too, but
I appreciate
I'll reach out to you in a little bit.
it. All right. Okay, then.
All right, peace.
Yes, sir. I'm about to get ready to end this John 2 also, y'all. We'll be going back live again tomorrow. It is recorded. I will be sending this to Pastor. I know he probably trying to contact me, but I had to take a run out to the store for a second. Hey, Russ, I'm gonna get up with you too, bro.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank
sir,
you.
brothers. Whatever.
All right, the lot what it is, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna send it to Pastor, and also I have it posted also. So anybody that need the recording, I have the recording because there was so much information we'll give on this live screen tonight. So man, it's wow.
Yeah, there's a lot. Thank you
Yes,
for doing this again.
yeah, yeah. I'll be back on again, maybe tomorrow. But my schedule throughout the week be so busy. But make sure y'all keep y'all notification on when I do come on. Cause 9 out of 10 when I do come on, Pastor will be on. So that's a good thing.
That's great. All
Right,
right.
right.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you guys.
All
Okay.
right, bro.
Bye
Be
bye.
easy.
All right.